I'm Seamus. Thank you so much for coming.
You've got a great cause worth fighting for. I couldn't wait to get here. That said, I expected, well, more people?
So far, there's only the two of us.
But we're highly motivated.
Well, it's a start.
Some people I knew already were dear friends of mine, like little gray cells and just my stupid opinion.
Lots of interesting things. This is absolutely abominable, and the RCMP are really in the shit here, and they know it.
Hi, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, but I think it's time that I needed to speak up.
The following program is brought to you in living color.
Something you watch on TV, horror movie, you shut it off, you go to bed. We can't shut this off. Every time we close our eyes, the horror movie turns on. So I know for myself, when I close my eyes to go try to go to bed, I picture my parents being shot.
Trying to piece together a story that seems so unbelievable.
Let's have a look at this. I'm going to pause it periodically, and I'm going to try and not lose my shit because I was really angry. Really angry. I'm getting really pissed now. I'll preface this by saying I'm strongly urging all of the victims in this, the victims' families, to launch a class action lawsuit against the RCMP. And I would just love to have the RCMP under discovery. I have a lot of questions, and I'm sure a lawyer would too.
Mounted police and their stories. Stories of their courage. Stories of their lives filled with hazard, romance, and adventure. The RCMP story this week, Gunslinger.
Oh my goodness, how many windows do I have open? All right, here you go. You got my new haircut. Oh, what do we got going on here? I think Tara's echoing or something. Tara, get some headphones on there. What are you doing? I told a couple people I shaved my head. I didn't do that. Not yet. Strength is in my hair, right? As they say, Samson. Okay. So there's the announcement. Big announcement. We got none of your business. Let's say hello to everybody, of course. We've got Todd. Todd saw this coming a mile away. No, not too shocking. 21 of you in here. Hello. We've got none of your business. We've got Apple Capital. Not sure you're getting the message you got on chat. Just wanted to know that I replied. I sent you a tweet. Sorry, I'm not all over social media all the time, unfortunately, but thank you very much for your reply. I appreciate it. We got Nosy Scotian, which had more confidence in the, quote, independent inquiry. Better than 3 not installed with confidence. Okay, we've got Cheryl Clark. Hello, afternoon. Oh my God. We've got Nikki Lewis. Chiang. So glad you're here. Okay. So glad you're here. So glad you're all here. As always. We've got Capered Bird. Ginger Vlogs. We've got, oh, that's a good, let's see here. Zan McDonald, fellow feminazis, were smart and laid low. Now no one had an idea about the shenanigans. No defense. The inquiry will be a shit show for the families. Will be pushed right out. Yep, sadly. I think you're probably right, and we're all dialed into what's going down. Kendall, we've got Fiona. I'm here, says Fiona. Okay. Chew. Oh dear. Just look like the beginning. Sad. Very sad. Listening at work. Okay, don't get in trouble. I already needed Tylenol. I always have the Tylenol ready for, well, this is not the actual, I don't know. It's not branded. What is that? I don't know. Some cheap generic knockoff, I think. So, yes, you always need the Tylenol. Linda McDonald. Hello. And we've got Linda M. Yeah, special prayers to people out there. Okay, so we're going to bring in Tara. How's it going? Oh, got to unmute you. How's it going?
There you go. It's okay. How are you?
Hopefully there's no echo going down. All right.
Can you hear me?
Nice sweatshirt, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much. As yours. I love it. Your hair looks really good.
Kind people donated to me. Very, very generous. Very generous. I got very generous gifts.
We have some pretty amazing people in this group.
We do. Of course, always have to acknowledge.
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, everybody.
The Discord. Give me one moment. It's firing up.
Hang on 2 seconds. I need coffee.
Okay. Get your Tylenol.
Be right back. Yeah,
all right.
Right.
And thank you ever so much, and welcome always to the great people over in the Discord working so hard. We're so lucky, you know. Oh, thank you, Nikki, for posting that. That was very kind of you. Very kind. I love all the help we get. Oh, okay. She's off for a moment. Wait till she comes back. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts, and we'll see what Tara feels. We may or may not have some other reaction. We'll see. On what you guys are thinking. Cheryl's wearing a t-shirt. We've got, wow, some banging in the background. What's going on in the background there? What's going on in the background? A lot of banging.
Me?
No, the other person on the screen.
You're number one. I don't know. What the hell was I doing? Oh, closing the door. I have a cat problem. We were talking about my cat problem the other day.
Your cat problem. You have a cat problem?
Yeah, I told you my fucking cat shits in the bathtub.
Your language is just abhorrent.
I know, it's awful.
You got to clean it up.
And I do come across as a delicate flower. It's a kind of a funny thing.
Okay, we got people wearing their sweatshirts and shirts. This is awesome. The support out there. So
it's amazing.
Yes, might as well stay with positivity for the moment, right?
Well, if you don't laugh, you might hurt somebody.
You might hurt somebody. Oh no. Don't want that.
Well, I found it's super entertaining that it took them longer to go through the list of people who have no business being there than it did the family list and people who are included. Why do we need like that feminist, that 666 group, that feminazi group, is the same as the women fighting non-state violence, right?
Yeah, I thought we could run through
It's the same
maybe.
fucking people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same people.
They've
Why do they
agreed
need to be
work
there
together
twice?
with themselves. Don't you
With
love it?
themselves. I love it. I really love it. Actually, later on, I'm going to do a test. And when I finish the test, I'm going to mark it. Make sure I'm right.
Yeah. And no bias anywhere
Fucking
in there,
assholes.
you know, RCMP husbands and such, you know, nothing.
No, it's all
Going down
independent. It's all transparent and it's all independent.
You're too tinfoily. Yeah, no, that's a really good point that the groups, I thought we could run through maybe some of those groups a little bit, because there's
I
Leaf
think we
is in
should.
there. Leaf is in there, and Leaf may present, I'm not sure, but that Leaf may be a conflict of interest, being that Statton, Commissioner Statton, was the lawyer for Leaf.
I don't know, Leaf.
Leaf. L-E-A-F.
I just got word that there was a shooting in New Brunswick, in Moncton. There was only an alert on the New Brunswick side.
What?
I didn't get an alert. It's from somebody who knows somebody in that area. So just so you guys are aware, there's, what does it say? Someone is shooting up Moncton.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, that was an hour ago.
Let's have a look at that. Police asked to shelter in place as RCMP respond to shots fired near Centennial Park, Moncton. Good.
I love the alert system that they didn't use, for us at least.
What are you doing there? What's with all the static?
Hang on, I gotta...
Maybe we can watch this.
Hold on. I can hear that static too. I don't know. Is it me?
Yes, Tara, it's always you.
You know what? My tinfoil hat's in my back pocket. That's probably why I have static.
Did I get this? Okay, let's see here. Do. All right, breaking news. Breaking news. All right, we're gonna mute here.
Hang on a second. I'm not sure what I have left over, but what size are you looking for? What do you? She's looking for a sweatshirt, possibly. I'll have to go and check. I can't unhook from here, so I'll actually hang on 2 seconds, and I will. Hold on.
Okay. Whilst we're doing that, we'll do the breaking news. Breaking news. Can you get that sound effect?
All right, we are starting this hour with breaking news. RCMP in Moncton, New Brunswick say they're responding to shots fired in a residential park. Police say shots were fired in the Centennial Park area, and they're asking people to stay inside and lock their doors and to shelter away from windows. This is a photo taken by our reporter on the scene showing that police have arrived there. We've got more details right now with Robert Lothian. He's a reporter with Acadia Broadcasting in Moncton. Robert, what can you tell us?
Yeah, so far I'm out here at Killam Drive and Millennium Boulevard, just outside of the Moncton Coliseum. Officers have blocked off the entrance to Centennial Park at this point. So far we've seen a team of about 5 or 6 officers make their way into the woods with some dogs. And we also have a helicopter that's been patrolling the area.
What are you hearing from police?
The details are very limited right now from what we've heard. So far, it's only been that there are shots fired and they are looking for an individual. That's about it.
And I understand the police have asked people to shelter in place. So what's happening in the surrounding area?
Yeah, so right now we have 3 schools that are in a lock and hold and secure, pardon me, and all businesses and residential areas are told to stay at home.
And Robert, I'm going to squeeze in another question. The audio's not great, but we understand that the Moncton Coliseum is a COVID assessment center. Are people staying away now?
It's very mixed. There's still probably over 50 to 60 cars who are here, and there are several vehicles who have tried to make their way into the area, but have been blocked off.
Okay, Robert Lothian, he's a reporter with Acadia Broadcasting. Robert, please stay in close touch with us. If you learn something new, get back in touch. All right.
All right. Hopefully that's maybe if anybody who lives in New Brunswick can give us some updates, that would be good. I don't want to put tinfoil on. I really don't want to put tinfoil on and sound totally out of my gourd, because obviously that's terrible if that situation is in fact true. But honestly, these days I have doubts about this kind of shit. RCMP say traffic stops were suspected police impersonator, all done by on-duty police officer. You know, they pump out fake news, and the timing seems rather interesting, but you never know. Thoughts, Tara?
I don't even know what to say. It's just beyond all comprehension. I mean, we're listening to a 10-year-old report the fucking active shooting. He's in the middle of Moncton, so he shouldn't have any problems with his reception. And why could we not hear what he was saying? It doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. Why have we got an unmarked cop car sitting there?
Well, I mean, or it could also be, you know, we've had a few of these instances. The construction sounds, the Twitters, remember, and they had to do the alerts. Then they could decide that, or like I said, I mean, we've had this one, or the fake, you know, police cars running around everywhere, which weren't in fact fake. So a lot of fake news coming out of the RCMP, and timing is always very important on these events. Not to be. So hopefully nothing bad is going on. Keep their doors locked. Stay away from windows. You're in Moncton. Anybody hear it? Did anybody hear the shots? This is I noticed in that report, not to be tinfoily, but at all. You know, obviously, if it's tragic, and everybody I hope is safe. But if it is in fact something else, because they never said. People heard the shots fired. They never interviewed people heard the shots fired. RCMP say shots were fired. Anybody else have updates here? No real updates. Okay, well, hopefully everybody does stay in place and doesn't get more trauma. Tired of that, the shooter. Okay, anyway, so maybe we can keep an eye on that as we go along here. Yes, the Leaf. I was looking at Leaf, wasn't I? Leaf. Leaf is one of the applicants to give. Yeah, I don't want your mailing list. It's time to hold platforms accountable, blah, 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 gender-based violence. Okay.
Fuck off.
You know, let's see here. If we go to...
I love the gender-based violence thing, because we have people with penises who are fighting in boxing rings with actual women, and that's no problem. As long as they identify as a female, they can pound the fuck out of a girl in the boxing ring. How is that okay? Where are these fucking crazy Nazi feminist fucking bitches there? Why aren't they talking about these girls who are getting their ass beat on by fucking men in wrestling, in boxing? It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not the person telling you to careful, Tara. Careful.
Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'll warn you guys now. Like, I'm in a really fucked up headspace. Since the March, it feels like I'm like exhausted, or I'm weird. So anything could come out of my face. I don't even know. It's a weird thing. I've noticed from just talking to other people, there seems to be a number of family members that sort of feel like this, or sort of deflated, and I don't know. I'm a little riled up.
Is Kendall saying something else is going on in Cape Breton also? Or am I just misreading the message there?
I don't know.
Maybe Kendall can give us some clarification. Yeah, no, Kim Stanton. Sorry, my apologies. Goldblatt has come up somewhere in my research, but I don't exactly remember. No, during the 2021-22, Kim will be on leave in order to fulfill her role as commissioner of the Mass Casualty Commission. And then we go here as a former legal director of Women's Legal Education Action Fund, LEAF.
Oh, fuck.
You know, this one that's also appearing in the Mass Casualty Commission. So if she's the lawyer and she's also a commissioner, does that present any kind of conflict of interest? Kind of like Fitch?
Kendall said, yes, there is a shooting in Cape Breton. What the fuck is going on?
Okay. Does that involve RCMP again? Let's have a look. Cape Breton shooting. I'm not getting anything.
Everybody, hey. Everybody, what do you say? Hey, hey.
Somebody have a link? Anybody have a link? Kendall, you have a link? Let's go to Nova Scotia. RCMP. The Tweeties. Anything? Are they using Tweeties? 2 high-end vehicles stolen, RCMP. Not getting anything.
You heard that, Cheryl? That's funny. That's why I was chuckling. I didn't know if anybody could hear that. Jesus.
Photo is on your Facebook wall. Am I allowed to use your Facebook wall, Kendall?
Me? Oh.
Oh, Kendall says she has it on her Facebook wall. I don't want to do bad things and dox people.
If these feminist groups are really for women's rights, then they would be fighting for somebody to say 23.
Now, why do I have... Okay. Okay, here we go. 38 minutes ago. Anyone knows what's going on in Gillis Lake? They're all over the place. Cop got heavy hardware out, assault rifles. Okay, so that definitely doesn't look like RCMP related. Look on Cape Breton. Police scanner Facebook page is where the oh, God. Are you asking me to use the Facebook, Kendall? I can't do that. Cape Breton, is that a group or something? I'm not admitted to anybody's groups. Nobody likes me. Cape Breton.
I'm about to get kicked out of a group, I'm sure.
Scanner. Facebook. Cape Breton police scanner. Okay, I can't see anything because I'm not part of the group. Let me see. I'll just apply. About this group, I need to do something about coronavirus. Something about coronavirus. Okay, there we go. And Facebook is telling me. So they're not letting me in at this point, obviously, because I just applied. Afternoon, Mark Evans. Dave is in the house. We've got Caper, Brother Paul. So does that present at all a conflict of interest that Leaf is sitting on the group here? Let's see here. There were some things I noticed, a few things I noticed, obviously. Women's Legal Education Action Fund, Avalon Sexual Assault Center, and Wellness Within. They're going to be working together, but they did apply and got, of course, permission. Where's that? Number 2, Women's Legal Education Action Fund. But Women's Legal Education Action Fund is Kim Stanton, because she sits as a commissioner. But she used to be the former legal director of the Women's Legal Education Action Fund. Does that present any kind of a conflict of interest? Uh-oh. Does that present any kind of a conflict of interest at all?
Yeah, a shit ton of conflict. The whole fucking case is a conflict of interest. Everybody involved in this.
Yep. This is all a big snow job. We're going to get who runs FFF. It does present Ken. I think my question is somewhat rhetorical, but I think it would be a worthy thing to raise. Commissioner Stanton better stand down, because she presents a conflict of interest. Sorry.
I agree with Paul. Feminism, as far as I can tell, is one of the most destructive groups of people. They're so divisive. It's disgusting.
I have my views on all that stuff, but I can't. Hello, Beth. I don't want to get too bogged down. There are other lots of conflicts of interest in this. There's some interesting things about Leanne Fitch and her sister, which I think may come to light.
Sorry.
Time here. Any updates on the shootings? Anybody? So,
Faye. Hi, Faye. I haven't seen you in a long time.
So there were a lot of gender-based organizations that applied for standing in this. And if you back up, there are some key statements that they say throughout this that I found to be interesting. Of course, this is a governmental organization. I should put the link in for that. If you go to the website, the Mass Casualty Commission, complete with cookies, I did leave the link in the last video. I haven't left it in this one in the description, but I did leave it in the last description. If you go to their website, they're tracking you, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sure why they're installing cookies on that website. Is it really necessary to track who goes to the Mass Casualty Commission? I'm not sure if that's really important. Why is there bonging noises? That must be the radio weed. The radio's bonging out down there, and it's bonging out all over the place. Down there in Shube, it's bonging out. Sorry. Anyways, I'm just kind of, my head's all over the place.
And that could be me, because I do hear some static, but I don't have any other headphones, so I don't know what I can do about that. I hear static on mine, and I think it's me.
How do you feel about being referred to as, what is it? What did they call families? They've got some dumbed down word. Try to.
I don't know. Oh, I can't remember now.
They want to.
They dumb down everything.
Yeah. That's right.
We casualty. This wasn't a casualty. This was a fucking slaughter of a shitload of fucking people, and I'm sick of people putting euphemisms in the way of what the fucking truth is. People say you lost your family. No, I didn't lose them. I know exactly where they fucking were. Some dick face ripped them from my life. They're not lost. They're slaughtered. So if we could be a little real about it and use some real words, I'm worried about fucking offending everybody.
Did they call you most affected or something like that? Something silly. Somebody got those most affected. Sorry. Those most affected. Thank you, Kendall. You guys are too fast. Those most affected. How do you like being called those most affected? You're one of those most affected.
I don't even know. I feel like I went to sleep, and before I fell asleep, I took acid, and I woke up in the middle of a fucking combination acid trip Twilight Zone. Like, we've got military blocking us from leaving our communities. We've got the RCMP covering up the biggest mass murder in Nova Scotia. And I have to apply to get standing to be on the commission for my family, but we're listed. I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. I'm curious. I am most affected, but I'm sick of this verbiage. I'm sick of the bullshit words that they use to blur everything. Mass casualty? Fuck off. How about mass cover up? How about we stop getting people who have conflicting interests on everything? Retired fucking RCMP, lawyers who started their careers defending fucking criminals. We've got people connected to some fucking badass pieces of shit from all across this country. And we're just supposed to be like, oh, good, I'm glad they're looking into it, and go jerk off. I'm fucking sick of it. Why can't we just come up with the truth? The cops are lying to us. The politicians are lying to us. We've got people that we could name right now who know what the fuck happened down there, but they just choose to not talk because, they don't have to. How nice it must be to have the choice to not speak to the families. And then you have these douchebags who say stupid ass things when I ask them questions like, oh, I can't talk about it. It's too hard for me. It's hard for you? It's fucking hard for me.
Yeah, and I think that's horrible. Thank you, Apple. I appreciate that. I'll have a look at that.
Sorry, I went off.
It sounds like no, not at all. Sounds like, you see, and this is the thing. Why is there these other instances of stuff going on? I don't know if there is, in fact, other things going on, but it distracts your brain, and then the same with the silly words, the word salad, garbage, bringing in all kinds of shit. And, they sat there for the longest time drafting up the shit rather than just saying, they told me anyone can watch, but that will be a nightmare. There again, the COVID stuff, they're going to use that one. We have limited space. Dr. Strang. I loved how they introduced that, of course. We've had a couple of instances, so therefore it's a moving thing, and we're making new decisions as we go along. Why not host it in the Truro Rec Center there, which is huge, apparently. I don't know. I've never been there, but I've asked around. I was hoping, I did hear somebody maybe started up a petition to move it over there, because I don't want that one coming down the line where they're like, oh, no, sorry, I can't participate because of the no social distancing. You hold it somewhere big, and the families all can go and sit in there, and social distance and do whatever. They can't use that stick, which they want. They're going to pull out every goddamn stick in the book. Did we lose you?
No.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
No, you didn't.
We can shut it down.
No, you're all right. It's okay. I'm like, I feel like I'm among friends, and so it's okay if I cry because it's so confusing, it's so deliberate, and it's so clear that it's not honest. And it's I don't know what to say. I have absolutely no faith in this, and we should be really fucking filing petitions left and right, because honestly, I could see why Lisa Banfield would want to be there. I mean, I don't like the girl. I fucking think she's involved in this, and I'll tell anybody who wants to listen. And I'd love the opportunity to sit there and ask that fucking chick some goddamn questions. I'll tell you that much right now. But she does have a right to be there. So does anybody else involved. And these fucking Linda McDonald, not our Linda McDonald, you know, but this fucking feminazi, psychotic, fucking stupid ass bitch. These bitches have no place in this fucking situation at all. This had nothing to do with feminism, femicide, fuck them all. FFF is 666. These fucking bitches are satanic, and they got no fucking business being anywhere near this situation. And if we need petitions for anything, it's to get them the fuck out of here. They have no business on here. They shouldn't have any right to have even applied, and they should have been laughed the fuck out of there. And as should anybody else who's connected to any RCMP politician or anybody else. Look at all these conflict of interest. You can't self, whatever the fucking word is, you can't police yourself. And that's what they're doing. And they're trying to fucking fool us into grabbing our fucking ankles. And you know what? You better give me some goddamn KY jelly if you're going to shove your dick in my ass. Pardon my French. I think it's fucking bullshit. If you think I'm that goddamn stupid, you have to think I'm pretty fucking stupid to not see the shit that you're doing. And these stupid feminist groups, I'd like to take their heads and smash them together, because that's all they're good for. And I am curious of how many of these psychopathic feminists are stay-at-home moms whose husbands pay their fucking bills. They're not feminists. They're stupid ass bitches with nothing else to fucking do with their lives. They need to get a goddamn life.
I totally understand your anger and stuff, and you're entitled to it, you know, and I'm not going to tell you no. But
these people,
that's what they want.
Say,
they want people to be
I
angry,
want them to line up first for their vaccines. That's what I want. You can have my vaccine. Please have it. These people have no goddamn business in any of this shit. Neither does the Legacy Society or this fucking Karen Dean and her goddamn book, or this fucking guy making money off painting pictures that look like my fucking niece. All these fucking asshats have no business. They need to get a fucking job. They need to get a fucking life, and they need to get right with themselves, because they have no moral compass, and they're all out to screw us. And the only way we're going to find out the truth is when we start naming these fucking names and doxing people. I'm fucking sick of this shit.
Well,
I'm sorry, but this is fucking bullshit. I'm sick of being jerked off.
You know that we have a fairly big list in the background going, and it's not.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the fun part about this, is just because we haven't talked about these people doesn't mean we don't know where the fuck they are, where they live, and who their fucking people are. So if you're involved in this and you're shutting your mouth and just not going to talk to people because you don't want to deal in hearsay, or you don't want to actually say the things that you know that you're hiding, don't think we don't fucking know. And don't think just because you think that you have money or you have power, you have this and that, we're fucking scared of you. You already took away what's most important to me. My fucking family. You think I'm fucking scared of you? I'm not. I'm too fucking mad to be scared of any of these fucking assholes.
You are a symbol of strength, you know.
Oh, no. No, this is...
You are. You know,
well, thank
but
you.
it's
I
important.
Don't feel like it.
Please try not to be too angry, because it's not. I understand. I do understand your anger, at least in a small way, right? you know, you and I have talks about this, or I talk with other family about
you
it.
have these fucking circle jerks of all these stupid cunts and assholes who are all related, connected to all these other cases. I mean, you're looking at this, these people you were talking about the other day. So it was that there's Robin, what's his fucking nuts? And his issue with fucking up the case is that he couldn't handle the stress. So then we're going to bring him in for the next case. Is that the right guy? Like, you can't handle one case, so we're going to bring you in to fuck up the next case? We need to dismantle this fucking criminal organization known as the RCMP. These fucking people need to be brought to their goddamn knees. And we need to start getting people to speak out who've been fucked over by the RCMP, who worked in the system. Like, if we could get people like that Catherine Galliford or Dave Moore or Mr. Assoon, if we could gather all these fucking people, these shitheads would have no chance. They really wouldn't. People need to get mad. People need to stand up, and people need to say, I'm fucking done, and you're done fucking me over.
Yes.
Sorry.
There is quite a...
I can't have it. When I read this thing today, I'm like, you know, I can see Lisa, I can see everybody in there, but not a single one of those fucking feminazi groups should have any business anywhere in that.
No, I mean, they haven't surfaced any one shred of evidence. And anything that I have come to learn so far does not support what they're saying. And that's inclusive of people who were intimately involved with Wardman. And they never indicated anything in this vein. So I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of like the Leon and Lisa story, and then it's minor. You know, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Yeah, minor injuries.
The issue. Sorry.
Minor injuries.
Minor injuries.
Yeah, her story is so fucking full of shit. Any abused woman will tell you that when she's in the throes of a fight with her abuser, she's not going to bed naked. You don't have to be a fucking idiot to know that. Everybody knows that. Don't be so stupid.
I don't know how people sleep, so I'm going to be careful.
Well, I mean, you can sleep naked all you want, but if I'm afraid that my man is going to come home and pound the shit out of me and abuse me because he's mad because he's been doing it for 20 years, I'm not going to make myself more vulnerable by being there naked.
That's true.
Right? I'm going to be ready to fucking go. I'm going to be ready to jump up and fight if I need to.
Why wouldn't you leave? How about that one?
How about that? You got your own car.
She went home and she was there for an extended period of time. Why did she not leave?
Right.
Wasn't like he followed her right
go to
back
fucking
home. She had a vehicle. She has vehicles, access to vehicles.
She has several vehicles, access to weapons, access to all sorts of things. There's no reason that she was abused.
Crawling over guns. Crawling over guns is what they want you to do.
Yes, trying to get away. Fuck off, because we're all that fucking stupid. Come on.
Fairy trees.
And I know it's super easy to grab somebody and drag them by the hair while shooting at them.
Carrying guns,
Super
flashlight. Easy. Oh, you also have to carry the flashlight too. So you've got a gun, a flashlight, and you're dragging people by, and you're throwing off shoes. All at the same time.
Yeah.
And beating and kicking.
Yeah, fighting, handcuffed.
I don't know. Go gadget arms.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I guess for me, it's infuriating that they think we're so stupid. Fucking God.
that one, I can't touch anything. So,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
can't.
That woman, no. And I can say, in my opinion, I have no proof, but when it comes out that chick was involved, I'm going to say I fucking told you so.
And
don't tell me that she didn't.
She has counsel.
What's that?
Once again, she has counsel coming with her to the. You don't have any counsel.
Well, that's what I don't understand. I'm not a fucking criminal, and this fucking bitch gets counsel that I couldn't afford in my fucking foggiest days. And isn't going to be something else when we find out these feminist groups are paying for her fucking counsel. Like Linda McDonald doesn't want to be a part of that because we all know who she's connected to, right? She's friends with the fucking family lawyer. Come on, you guys. Like, be smarter so I can be nicer.
I've never heard anything about the feminist groups paying.
No, I don't know where I heard that from. But you know what? If it comes out, I can't imagine. I don't know who she's hiding behind, who's paying for her lawyer, but if that comes out that it's those guys paying for it, I have no proof of any of it, but it's all my gut.
I may have heard something, but you know, you see, this is the thing. I'm big on people being truthful and upfront and coming to it on their own. You know, not having to be outed. People have the right to get there on their own and then just walk away. Hot tub parties type thing. You can just slowly move out of the picture so that the truth can emerge, rather than there were a lot of things in this fiasco, which of course they drafted up. It took them forever. Just like it took them forever to pick the people, you know, general terms, intimate partner violence. We've got to have that. They're introducing all kinds of issues in here that probably shouldn't be there, including, you know, I believe in gun rights, but I don't think, why does it have to be there? You know, another day. That's for another, you don't need this. There was even the introduction of Aboriginal stuff. I'm not sure where that's quite coming from. I don't know if anybody else noticed that.
I didn't notice.
It doesn't. There is a very focused thing here, and that's for the 23 and what happened and what the RCMP's role was in the 23. And of course, then all they're going to do is provide recommendations, you know, in a very broad sense. So what does that exactly mean?
Yeah.
Yes,
it's appeasement. They're not going to do anything. It's like the ombudsman, right? I was always taught you could call the ombudsman if you had a problem with some kind of company or that sort of thing. They have absolutely zero authority to do anything except call and make recommendations. It's a big fucking circle jerk. It's just a way for people to get paid to not do a job.
Oh, I thought I could be wrong. My apologies. I think maybe then the only reference was to the Canadian Police Association, which of course we got all kinds of police defenders coming out. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the union for the RCMP. 4, 5. The veterans are coming out. 6. Number 3 on the. It should only be about the 23. Yeah, it should. But it's the distraction techniques that they use, the dumbing down of words, the pacifying of everything, the making it seem like it's just a par for the course, the murder, the slaughter of 23 people. RCMP should the only ones accountable. Well, no, it should be anybody who participated in any of it. And they even say in there about how it's not really anything to do with finding fault. What is this then? What is this mockery?
Yeah. What's the point of this? Finding fault. There's a lot of fucking fault to go around.
Yeah, and it should be found. It is. It's not recommend. Let's not do the recommending. Let's do the changing. Let's find the people who are, you know, in the institutional, and again, it doesn't even say, we're not looking for individuals to fault. We're looking for systemic problems.
Right, because you don't believe in blaming people. We don't believe in blaming people or people taking responsibility for their shitty fucking actions.
Another characteristic of public inquiries is that, unlike civil and criminal proceedings, which focus on narrow issues between parties, public inquiries focus on broader, systemic, and institutional issues. So the function of the commission is therefore very different from a civil trial and a criminal prosecution, which it is, which are adversarial. We will not be making findings of civil or criminal liability. That is for a court. Assigning punishment is not the purpose of the inquiry. In fact, the orders of counsel explicitly prevent us from doing so. They actually have written some of this for themselves, though, which is really screwy. The primary purpose of the commission counsel is to represent the public interest. They are responsible for ensuring that all issues that bear on the public interest are brought to the attention of the commissioners. They're not adversarial, they're partisan. Commission counsel are not criminal prosecutors, nor is it their role. Similar to lawyers who represent plaintiffs and defendants in civil proceedings, I want to see some people and some fault. I don't know about you, but I mean, you're the one, of course, you are one of the affected, right? And that's who this is really all about. You should be dictating it. You should be picking, all of the families should be picking.
That's right. The family should be picking who is on. That's right.
It should be a royal commission, not this public inquiry stuff. Royal commission should have some more power, and it should be you, the families, who pick it. Pick the people. You know, I have faith in the families. I know that they're not going to pick people who are partisan. They're going to pick people who are good. They're going to do their diligence and find out who it is that should be sitting in place making judgments. Not a former police chief, not a former feminist lawyer. This is all really screwy.
It is. I really love your petition campaign that you were talking about before, because I think that we need to get really active and get these fucking conflict of interest people off the commission. They shouldn't be allowed to be in charge of this.
Royal Commission in Ottawa, not down there. I don't know. I don't know. This whole thing is a boondoggle all around. And you know, they're going to decide.
We need a lawyer.
Sorry?
A good lawyer. We need a lawyer who's not a fucktard, who is not paid off, and who doesn't have connections to these feminist groups.
Or the legal system down there is a stew.
Oh, it's disgusting. We've got police chiefs being charged and convicted of sexual exploitation. We've got people like these fucking cops down here. They're above the law and they're basically criminals with badges. And it's not even just here. It's everywhere, right? Look at these people. They come all across the country. We've got a bunch of them involved in this situation who come from BC. You've got all sorts of people supposedly impersonating police officers all over the place. I don't believe that. I think that it's cops. I think there's a lot of fucking bad, dirty ass cops who just think they're jocks from high school and they don't have to follow the law because they're above the law. And I think those people should be put right in general population and nobody should answer when they scream for help.
They need equally.
If you're a cop, you should be held to a way higher standard than anybody else.
Yes.
Anybody else.
Agree.
I should be able to pick you a fucking part your whole life and not find a goddamn blip on your schedule. Nothing.
Well, I wish that were the case. I don't think
you know what I mean. Like fraud, criminality, lying in court, covering shit up. You know what I mean? Everybody's got something. But
Mhm.
when you're doing like immoral things, you should be charged beyond all comprehension, and then there should be a fucking terrifying thing to be a cop doing crime. You should know, like there's that guy that you always show, that guy from the States, when his cops, his sheriff's department, they do bad shit, he puts them on fucking blast and shows everybody who they are and what they did. That's how it should be.
Oh,
They should be afraid to put a fucking toe on the line.
The sheriffs in Florida are a different breed altogether. They seem to do things differently, and I would say it's because of what is this? Grady. You know, and the other one that leads out to the other sheriffs around him, because they try to be like that. They try to, because they know, and they're elected too. That's another different thing down there. I mean, it turns into a political thing, but I mean, if you have a bad sheriff, you're out.
Yeah, bye. Yeah.
You know, you want to screw around for 4 years.
We don't move you to another fucking department where you can screw over the other people. You're gone.
You know, there's so many things in here. It shouldn't be, if we're having police investigating police, then okay, fine. Bring in police forces from some other country, somewhere else,
or let the Halifax police investigate the RCMP, or let the military investigate the RCMP. I find it interesting that the RCMP will allow criminals.
Halifax is the RCMP. They're one and the same.
Yeah, you can't seem to get away from it, can you? They're all the same. They all interact with the same fucking people.
No, if in a perfect world, I would have moved this venue, the civil trial, to outside of Nova Scotia. Would not take place in Nova Scotia. Would take place in a different venue. It would be multiple class action suits, so you're getting different judges. You'd have police from around the world who have proven themselves to be as unbiased as possible. Take a Sheriff Grady. Why doesn't Sheriff Grady come in and investigate it? Or people of that ilk who are willing to throw those people down and say, listen,
that's
you
right.
got, because he's openly stated those kinds of things. Like if it were, I remember there's a clip I heard of him talking about another police department, and he said, if that was my police department, I don't care who it is. The deputy chief, they're going down.
And you should. The higher you get up on that scale of justice, the more in line you should be.
How much are they going to allow families to participate? Is it going to be written submissions?
Well, and that's what I was wondering too, because when she went down the list of the families who were involved, okay, so say, quote unquote, the Beaton family, that's a fucking 500 people. How wide is that? You say the Beaton family can participate. Does that mean everyone who's part of that family can come? Or does that mean like they are allowed to choose a representative to come? Like, what does that mean? The Beaton family, or whatever family they listed, right? The Bagley family. Like, I'm on a different schedule, on a different list, but what does that mean by the family? Grandparents, aunts, uncles, second cousins, twice removed? Like, who is that? Who define family for me?
I don't know. And your funding has to meet their approval. And of course, they are the government. So is the government going to approve? What kind of funding are they going to approve for representation for you?
And who are they to determine that I'm more affected than somebody else, or how I'm affected, and that the way that I'm affected fits into their little category?
People should be shitting about that. I think this word salad that they use, most affected, mass casualty.
Yeah.
Just like, a few people fell down on the road. Come on.
Yeah. That's right. This fucking word salad, these words don't mean anything. I know I just fucking had to block some chick on Facebook because she was coming at me with words like neurodiversity. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, can't even talk to you. I'm getting stupider every time I talk to you.
The sheer magnitude of the repercussions prompts us to interpret, quote, substantial and direct interest broadly, so we may hear as many affected and interested voices as possible. But at the same time, they're saying limited time frame.
Yeah, the cup I gave you.
Limited time frame, time constraints,
Looks like this one.
ways to efficiently engage participants. Creating appropriate coalitions with participants with common interests may speak together regarding issues about particular interests and expertise. Coalitions also offer advantage of creating balance and reducing duplication. Various organizations that have similar areas of expertise. I mean, this whole thing is that we are satisfied. Who's satisfied? The government satisfied? Commissioner Stanton's satisfied? Former Police Chief Commissioner Fitch satisfied? Most affected. Most affected. The venue, I know the venue is going to be an issue. They're going to say, oh, with the COVID, they can literally build, and they have before, custom courthouses and stuff for certain hearings. Mm-hmm. Your stuff is, there's some kind of feedback or something. The headphones, they root.
I have no other option, so I could take them off. I don't have any other ones. Whatever I get, they get wrecked.
They buzz. So let's see.
Yeah, I know. I can hear it.
We've got the Bagley family, the Beaton family, the Blair family, the Bond family, Lillian's family, Campbell family, Ellison family, Goulet family, Glension Madsen family, Jenkins family, McCauley family, McLeod family, O'Brien family, Oliver Tuck family, Thomas Zoll family, and Weber family. And then we have following applicants who have applied who do not have counsel at this time. Currently without counsel, but that again is who is the one that approves the funding for their counsel? The government. Right? So you get applicants who do not have counsel. At this time, Beverly Beaton, Tara Long, and Andrew McDonald. Individuals with counsel into a separate category. Lisa Banfield, Mallory Colpitts, Daryl Curry, Adam Fisher. Daryl Curry's at the fire hall. Daryl Fisher. So the Fishers are involved. We got Leon. We got Greg Muse down from the fire hall. Bernie Murphy and Deb Tebow. Not sure what that's. I don't know everybody there. Have retained the same law firm.
Oh.
Appropriate participation in counsel. Several have retained the same law firm, which of course is Patterson, right?
Mm-hmm. Which really should be a total conflict of interest, should it not?
I'm not going to weigh in on that one at this point.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Something happened here. We'll need to connect their mic and camera. Oh, did you leave the scene? Oh, here she is.
Uh-oh, hold on. Am I there?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Can you see me? Because it doesn't seem like it.
That's because you have to select your camera. Turn off OBS camera.
Oh. What?
Just click the camera settings, I think it is. Cam mic at the bottom.
Oh, okay, hold on. Sorry about that.
No worries at all. We therefore recommend funding. Well, again, this is some other stuff. We've got other individual applicants. We have received applications from the following individuals. Fonda Smythe from West Colchester County region and states that's been deeply affected by the mass casualty. Jen Gregory is from Halifax, states that she is friends with 2 of the victims' families. Bradley McClellan, a community member who was affected in the area of Portapique during the incident. Portapique, very important in this one. Nick Cardone is a registered counseling therapist or operating a private practice in Nova Scotia. He would like to share his expertise regarding gender-based and intimate partner violence aspect to our mandate, which of course was very carefully picked. Stevenson family did not apply. No. Doesn't look that way, no. We've got Alan David Schmolensky, is a resident of British Columbia. His application states that his son was involved in a major RCMP manhunt. He would like to share his lessons learned from that experience. Interesting. Dr. Anthony Gracie, social scientist who researches public inquiries and analyzes transcripts from inquiries. He would like to share his expertise with the commission. I don't know. I think we're going to, anyway, I want to say certain things, but Dr. Sarah Jody McDavid, how about he just looks at transcripts when it's done? Is instructor Cape Breton University and chair of the Cape Breton Center for Sexual Health. Like to provide her expertise regarding gender-based violence, intimate partner
How many
violence.
fucking opinions do we need about gender-based violence? Bring me one if that's what you...
Sorry?
I don't know why we need several different opinions on gender-based violence, considering there's still no proof that Lisa was abused.
Yeah, one piece of paper. I'm just even looking for that, but you got to bring up a lot at this point. They better bring a table full, a mountain. Hospital
I want fucking bruised. I want pictures of her bruises. I want health records, hospital records of broken fucking arms and shit. Because if that woman wasn't beaten to a bloody oblivion, like at least a few times during that 20 years, she better be ready to do some fucking talking.
Decades. It's decades.
Decades. So, you don't stay with someone for 20 years who has you staying by yourself for days and days and days while you fuck off 2.5 hours up the coast and you're just in the city by yourself in your house with your cars and your phone and your money. That's just not how an abusive relationship works.
I wonder if they'll allow introduction of other partners of Mr. Wortman's.
Ooh. Oh.
Well, I got all kinds of tactics up my sleeve.
Yeah. Because I know some people who knew him, and he doesn't sound like this.
Well, I've got some thoughts. I've got some thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't mind sharing with those who are participating. Marlene Gibbons, born and raised in Nova Scotia. She has a master's degree in project management, expertise in data analysis, unique perspective on analyzing circumstances of this mass casualty.
What the fuck does she have to do with anything?
Raymond Ridgway states that he is retired from the Canadian Army, involved responsible, careful use of firearms throughout his life.
Well, good for fucking him.
Ricky Osborne, resident of Nova Scotia, who believes he has unique perspective on gun violence in Nova Scotia, in Canada. A lot of people with a biased opinion coming out here.
A lot of narrative running.
Cohen, his BFF lawyer friend isn't participating either. Interesting. Well, they have the power to, let's see here. What is that? I like that. What did they say? This one was an interesting one. Let's see. Where are we on page 10? All right. For example, participation may be required or may by invitation and can include, for example, testifying under oath or a promise to tell the truth. Assuming? We'll invite you to participate. You can maybe participate. If we want you to participate, we'll call you. Again, this is the same stuff. The same exact stuff about we'll selectively have those who we want to appear, and selectively maybe you can tell the truth. That's right out there, man. Did we lose you?
No, I'm here. I'm just got a couple questions.
You got questions?
I'm just curious, like, does this mean, I don't really know what this means, but somebody was just saying Apple Capital, would Gabriel's ex-wife be able to comment on his demeanor in their relationship? Or, you know, different things like that. These are people we should be hearing from. I don't want to hear from some fucking gender-based violence group. This has got nothing to do with them. And they should be as far away from this as they can possibly be, because they should have no business here at all. The fact that there's how many of them? 10 of them? That's pushing a narrative. Okay, if you think that we need one opinion on gender-based violence, that's different. But you're throwing 10 different people at us. So you try to convince me or yourself that we have a gender problem here. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're trying to convince everybody else that this is what it is. What about Wortman family? What about all of them? Dug up some interesting.
And that's what I don't understand. The Wortman family is a really weird thing too. I mean, that initial interview by Paul Wortman, I don't buy it. I never did. I don't think it's legit. But if your son was being accused of doing all these things that are physically not possible to have done on one's own, would you not be trying to find out what really happened? Because even if he did do half of this stuff, there's not a possible way that he did it all. So if that was my kid, even if he was the biggest asshat on the face of the earth, if he's being blamed for doing something he didn't do, I want to know. These people don't seem to care at all.
No, I'm going to have to stick that video up. Those of you who I'm still trying to figure out how to do that properly. Everything is chess, because they play chess, and it's how to play chess with them. But the video that I did about Ronnie McDonald, put it back up at some point here. Ronnie McDonald, and yeah. I insert the CERT report. Yeah, oops. Sad, very unbalanced. Did I see Chronicle Herald delivering papers in a retired RCMP car? I didn't see anything about that. Care to elaborate? Nova Scotia citizen. Hello, Truth and All. Nick Beaton post about that. Doesn't seem very happy. Oh.
About what?
Let's see. I don't want to dox him, so we'll just do, let's see what he's got here. So the Chronicle Herald thinks it's a good idea to let an employee deliver their papers in our community with a retired RCMP car stopping in front of my driveway this morning to block me from leaving. This,
oh my God,
is after them twice promising me it won't happen again. Twice. If you have 2 minutes today, I ask that you call the Chronicle Herald and let our voices be heard. 1-800-565-3339. Okay. Let's see.
What was that number?
1-800-565-3339.
Really?
And that's
3339.
I guess he's asked them twice to stop that before, and they haven't done that for him. Terrible.
That's not okay.
Link in the Discord. Sorry, that's for the report. I put the report up. I'll get it here for you. Just give me one moment. Where's that? I of course love the cookies that are attached to this. What the hell, man? No, I don't want your cookies, but you don't have a choice in it anymore. Participation decision webcast was there was no comments available on that. I wonder if there was live chat. I don't think live chat was also available, those of you who watched it. Where do we have here? News. Where's the news? Updates. Here we go.
Paul, you're right. They're losing their grip on their shit. More and more people are noticing what's going on, and they're getting more and more freaked out every minute.
There's the link to the report that we're looking at. Anybody who has any updates on whatever's going on over in Cape Breton or New Brunswick, Moncton, that would be great too. It would be very unfortunate if something fake news was to come around. Where was I here?
I think all these undercover cars are on purpose. They're just to make it. They're doing it because they're everywhere. They are everywhere, and it's not right. And there's just so many problems with this system. I can't. I almost said I can't believe they don't know that this is a problem, but they've done. This is all deliberate. It's all a plan. Because if you don't know who's a cop and who's not, it adds to your fear. Like the COVID, people are going to die of fucking heart attacks and stroke before they die of the fucking flu. But everybody's scared.
I say ban undercover cars.
100%.
Yep.
100%. When they are out of commission, they are fucking gone.
Don't ban white cars. Ban the police from using undercover cars. They don't need that.
Yeah. No, they don't.
No.
And there's no reason that they should be doing that. There's no reason for it at all. And there's no, the thing is, you know what? I had a phone call here not too long ago with the mayor of Bridgewater, and they use not just the undeckled white cars. They have Dodge Durangos and everything. So you don't even fucking know who's a cop and who's not. Like I don't stop. If they think they're going to pull me over, I'm not. I'll meet you at the police station.
And I found a few of these that have been floating around. So this was 3 different instances. Officer was on duty and dressed in full uniform, but in an unmarked vehicle. But the RCMP on duty went around and said to everybody, oh, there's fake police cars running around stopping people. There's police impersonators. Oh, but it was what? One of their own.
Real cop. That's right.
It was one of their own. Fake news. BC RCMP have confirmed that traffic stops on rural North Okanagan roads, plural, because they had multiple reports, previously believed to have been conducted by police impersonator, were, in fact, done by an on-duty police provincial traffic enforcement officer. And that's a bit of a misnomer, because who is the provincial traffic enforcement in BC? That would be
the
BC RCMP.
That's right.
4 other motorists have come forward with similar type incidents. That's called fake news. They make everybody feel like there's these fully equipped police cars, which of course don't exist. They just don't happen. When I've talked to several RCMP people, and And of course, we all probably have a friend who's ever bought a decommissioned police car. There's wires hanging out of it. There's nothing really left in those cars. They're actually, by mandate, who is the company that does it? They have to rip everything out. So you get left basically with a shitty white car that's beat up, and you get to buy it for cheap with nothing in it. But of course, Wortman had, what was it? Somebody even noticed something about, the film. I'm not that good with my eyes. My eyes are really not that good, but the film on the Ford emblem, apparently, was actually on. You know, like the
plastic coating that comes on like your furniture and shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
On your cell phone. Yeah.
It was still on the car, so I guess it was super used.
Yeah, right? I always find used cars with that plastic shit still on them. Bullshit.
Let's see, who else do we have here? Dr. Sarah Jody McDavid. Okay, so we got the sexual health, gender-based violence. Marlene Gibbons, born and raised. She has master's degree. Okay, sorry, we went through that one. Raymond Ridgway. Okay, been involved. Believes he has unique. Retired teacher Eleanor Cohen would like to offer her perspective on gender-based and intimate partner violence. Does Eleanor know Gabe? Not sure. Why are these people involved? I'm not understanding. Where is the evidence to even bring them? Where's the evidence?
Right? What's the basis for them being there?
One shred of evidence that Lisa was abused, other than a lot of
hearsay.
You know, like these type articles. These ones. The fake ones that have no substance. Because they reported this shit all over the place. Trust me. Let's see if we can find the originals. I mean, it was just unbelievable. They make it, oh yeah, there's police cars running around everywhere. Police impersonators. No, he was dressed in a uniform because he was doing his job. It's such a no-brainer. I'm going to hand it over to you for a minute. I got to step out of the room for a moment. Maybe you can just.
Hey guys, sorry you're stuck with me for a minute. I don't really even know what to say about all this stuff. It's so convoluted, and it's they're really going above and beyond to keep everything blurry and to. I'm just really glad that we have a group of people that can see what's going on. Unfortunately, there's still so many family members and other members of community who just can't see past all the nonsense of the legacy society and all these people collecting money. Just because we lost our family, well, we didn't lose them. They were taken, stolen, executed. We don't need money for that, right? My family is dead. It doesn't mean I should get any money for that. If I had to pay for things like funeral, that sort of thing, but we didn't have to pay for any of that. So anyone who's getting money for the loss of their family, other than, I mean, if you have people like the kids whose parents were murdered and that sort of thing, and that's who they relied on for their people to take care of them, that's a different story. But, you know, my brother was murdered, my niece, my sister-in-law. I don't need money for that. I need justice. I don't need anything. I just need you to find out what the hell happened. But if you're going to take my money, you should be doing the job you're supposed to do with it. And I really can see why Lisa would want to be a part of this. I can see why anybody accused or anybody with a part of it wants to be or should be a part of it. But I think that we need to really get active and create petitions or whatever we need to create to get the conflict of interest people out and these stupid feminists out too, because I hate them. And they have no business being here.
Well, if they have business, they should have surfaced it a long time ago. Too bad.
I would think so.
You're a little late to the party if it takes you a year to manufacture evidence on that one, because it would be in the RCMP's best interest to have come out with mountains of evidence a long time ago. It has nothing to do with an ongoing case. Come on, get real.
No, it doesn't.
The ongoing case says that because she's beaten, she has to buy the ammunition, just like her brother and brother-in-law do, right? Because they're getting beaten.
Can you imagine? There's a man beating your sister, and so you are going to go and get him ammunition. Really? How much do you hate your sister in order to do that?
She obviously must
you
have had,
guys.
I believe she must have had an FAC also. So she's a licensed gun
She
owner.
can't buy ammunition without it, right? I don't think you can.
No, you can't. You can't. So what's that about? No.
And
this
why
whole
are we
thing-
bringing in all these gun specialists? I mean, unless they're going to say that more citizens need to be armed with weaponry to make sure that this shit doesn't go down, they don't have any business there. If all of those people who were dead now, because if Aaron had a gun, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Oh, listen, Sad. I'm fucking old school, man. I'm old. I'm like Leather. Listen, go dump on Leather about it. He says, pal. Hey, Sharon, how's it going? The FFF groups, when they had hot tub parties. Who knows? Who knows? You... Yeah, exactly. Where were they? Where were they? Where are they when, oh, Jesus.
Well, don't even get me started on the places where they should be that they're not. How about where are the feminist groups when we're not allowed to say 23 because they don't acknowledge a woman's baby? Where are the feminist groups when we have male boxers pounding on women because they identify as female? Where are the feminist groups when, Islamic women are being raped and abused by their fucking husbands on a regular basis? Where, they think that our country is so fucking feminist and oppressive to women. How about you take your big fucking mouth and go over to Saudi Arabia and spew that shit? See how long you last. They're never where you need them to be, and they're always where they don't fucking long.
How about Susie Bootlin?
I don't know.
Susie Bootlin? Court documents contradict RCMP denial that they ignored Susie Bootlin's pleas before she was murdered.
What?
Nobody did anything about that.
What happened? Who is she?
Susie Bootlin. She was a lady who was murdered. On September 17, 2017, Susie Bootlin was murdered by her neighbor, Junior Dugan. As the Halifax Examiner reported last weekend, the murder came after Bootlin repeatedly pleaded with the RCMP to stop Dugan from harassing her. In fact, Bootlin's friend, Suzanne Davis, told the Examiner that Bootlin was ignored by the RCMP. Just 3 days before Bootlin's murder, an RCMP officer told Bootlin that her allegations against Dugan made her, not Dugan, a menace to society, and sent her on her way. Perhaps maybe we want to go and address that one.
How about we name the RCMP officers who told her to fucking go away? That's the name I want to see in the newspaper. Let's find out who fucking said that her complaint wasn't important, because that person is directly responsible for her murder. And that person should be put in jail for not doing their job.
Before publication of that allegation, the Examiner requested comment from the RCMP. We agreed to withhold the publication for 4 days to give the RCMP time to investigate and get back to us. But the RCMP did not respond in the agreed upon time frame. So we published. Good job, Tim. 2 days later, we received a statement from the RCMP after they'd kind of stepped in the shit from a derp, Jennifer Clark. I can confirm that the member of the Colchester RCMP district met with Susie Bootland on September 14, 2017 in person at the Colchester District RCMP and had a subsequent telephone conversation on the 15th. Probably because she's not too happy. She's scared for her life. The purpose of the meeting and subsequent conversation was to discuss the progress being made on a matter that the RCMP was investigating following a complaint she made.
So a month later, she made a complaint on August 7th and September 14th. They're still investigating it. Fuck off.
How about the officer?
How about you just go to his fucking house and say fuck off and leave her alone?
No. So then, they called her a menace to society and she got murdered. Nobody does anything about that. How about even the officer you remember the officer who stopped you?
Yeah. I don't remember his name.
I don't recall it off the top of my head, but when I looked into him, that wasn't so good. That turned up a whole pile of mess about a rape that had occurred, a gang rape on a woman. A gang rape that had happened on a woman, and the the Halifax Regional Police just left the evidence sitting around. They never went to the crime scene. They never tested the DNA. It was horrific. And the lady's case went in the toilet.
Where are the feminists now?
Where are the feminists
now?
Where's
fucking Linda McDonald now?
Well, but you see, people like Jane Sarson's married to the RCMP.
Right? Tell me there's no fucking conflict of interest there.
The observatory, who was the initial floater of this stuff down in Ottawa, how many members in there are former police? Very convenient.
It is convenient. Are everyone involved?
Nobody needs, and yet they're going to say without a shred of evidence, and a person who is on trial and potentially facing a hell of a lot more charges, including murder times 23.
Yeah.
And her family. We're going to try and get them out of the stew to save the RCMP's ass? Get out of here. FF. Yeah, Gene and Linda. Yeah. Same group, different names. That's why I laughed, Kendall, because they say that they've agreed to work together. Really? They've agreed to work with themselves. When two ladies have agreed to work with each other on the other side, who are the same two ladies? Oh, yeah. By the way, 50% RCMP. Stinky. This thing is a whole pile of fucking mess. Group applicants.
With that said, as fucking shitty as it sounds, I do want to say that everything happens for a reason. And I think that we are the group that can fucking bring this shit down. I know. Well, thank you, Tracy. What a sweetie. I think everything does happen for a reason. There's a reason that this happened to my family. And there's a reason that we are all here. And if we bring all these people together who've been fucked over by this institutional, whatever they call it, we can bring this shit to its knees. This RCMP criminal system is fucked. We've got lawyers defending criminals. We've got police covering up crimes and good people who need protection getting murdered because they're the menace to society. These people need to be fired and charged and thrown in jail and not paid attention to. And we need to replace all these people with good moral people. And if you can't find as many moral people, you just have to do what you can with the ones you have.
I'm just looking for, since Mr. Moneypenny has said about the warrant stuff. Oh, it's not seeming to want to open. Or sorry, about the lie detector. You've got Vardy. Who is Vardy interviewing? Let's see here. Already interviewed.
I agree, Kendall. I don't understand how they're allowed to even apply under two different names, being that they're the same group, and for both of them to get standing. That's like me taking up 2 spaces in the inquiry.
Oh, but they do have to work together, Tara, with themselves.
Well, you know.
Split personalities.
You know what? They identify as 2 different groups.
Mm. And of course, that group which just fired up. How long has FFF even been in
existence? Not very fucking long.
They get pumped out in the. Here we go. The Advocate, which of course is
Ms.
the.
Fox, I actually identify as a 6'9" man with mad basketball skills, just so that you guys don't fuck up and get it wrong.
Did you know they got a book deal?
For what?
Oh, Jean got a book deal. Jean and
For
Linda.
what?
Sorry, Linda. I think was it Linda? Let's see. Do I still have that saved?
I'm sure sad that Mr. Griffin is being very well protected by our tax dollars.
Is it this one? Linda McDonald book deal. Linda McDonald NST book deal. There we go. Co-author, Women Unsilenced. Women Unsilenced. Search.
Now, if anybody should be silenced, it's that.
And MacDonald. Co-authored with Gene Sarson, Linda, Women Unsilenced.
Not state torture.
Let's see here. She co-authored the book, to be released in the spring of 2021.
Wow.
How handy the timing. Jean, of course, who's married to RCMP.
Yeah.
He joined the RCMP, trained in Ottawa with his bride, Jean, registered nurse. He volunteered for Northern Service, was up to Tuktoyaktuk, mouth of Mackenzie River. Well, that's a spelling problem, I guess. Empties into Arctic Ocean. His fiancée posted several hours. Kindly, Gerald, commanding officer, changed his post. They preside over their wedding. They settled in Inuvik, where she was, where it was so beautiful that summer. Let's look at Gene Sarson. Gene Sarson, NST. Look at her, where's her family background? Oh. Sarson moved to Inuvik, Northwest Territories, where she was buried. Spent living all across the Canadian Arctic. Why would that be? Oh, that's because Jerry was being posted all over. Gotta see through this bullshit, man.
We need to start a group that's against fucking state torture.
Yes, that's why they were picked. NST, non-state torture.
Non-state torture.
So
we
it
need
can't
a
have
group
anything
that
to
is
do with the
about
RCMP. Anything to do with the government. It's
right.
Point your finger at that
it's like-
bad guy. There are no Métis in Nova Scotia. Well, that sounds dishonest. That wouldn't be very good. I mean, this isn't like, I have no problem with, I come from a family of all strong women. Very strong women.
I don't think any of the strong women in your family would appreciate being called feminists, though, would they?
Oh, one day, yes. Oh, the Canadian.
Right, strong women, real strong women don't want to be called feminists.
No.
Women who are actually strong women want nothing to do with that shit.
Nope. But yet they don't go and they don't save Susie Bootland. They don't do anything to do with that. Let's get more into group applicants. A number of groups and organizations have applied for the opportunity to participate in the process. They include some based in Nova Scotia, some based in the other parts of the country. Expeditious Review. Okay, and of course we've got E, and we've got F, and even C. How about just families?
Well, there's only one can you go back up? Because there's only the one victim advocacy organization, right? The other health-related, firearms, justice, gender, police. The C to F are all the same people. They all have the same agenda.
It's just their own agendas. It has nothing to cloud and muddy the waters. You know?
Yeah.
Even these victim advocacy groups are also going to start to speak about gender-based stuff. Right?
It describes itself, yeah. That's right. Victim advocacy groups. Well, I haven't heard from any of them. So how are they not going to speak on my behalf?
Yes. Victims of Crime Office. Even there, see? Federal Victims of Crime. We've got engaging survivors of gender-based and intimate partner violence. Make recommendations related on violence prevention. Engaging key stakeholders and through the Indigenous Circle. There we go. Sorry, my apologies, Kendall. That's where it was. Through an Indigenous Advisory Circle in areas of gender-based violence and intimate partner violence, victimization. And that's their work. But I mean, I don't understand why we're getting into all kinds of mud. Working in areas. It
doesn't make any sense. It's not related to this. If Indigenous people want to have an opinion on stuff, that's got to do with Indigenous people. This situation has nothing to do with Native folks whatsoever, any more than it has to do with fucking feminist groups.
Working to address firearms, gender-based and intimate partner violence. This is of course, and domestic violence experienced during COVID-19.
Why is COVID-19 a factor?
Oh, because, then it takes it away from the 23. Let's do as much as we can to throw mud out there, confuse everybody. Let's have a little talk. You can maybe come. Maybe we'll do some recommendations. Maybe you can tell the truth. Maybe not. Maybe we'll publish something. Maybe
but you don't have to. If you
feel
like telling the truth and it's not too offensive and we don't want to traumatize you by admitting what you did, then please, if you don't mind, tell us the truth so we can make recommendations. We don't want to blame you for anything.
No, we shouldn't have gotten into the Native stuff because it's turning into a fight. No fighting. No fighting. To the 23. Who are they? Who are they? Huh? What did you say? 23? I don't even remember. Now we're talking about all kinds of other things.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about vaccines and things.
Well, I wonder if we could talk about vegetarianism. Because, I mean, vegetarians have a place in this too, don't they? They have to. If feminists do.
I'm sure somebody
there
was
has
a
to be.
vegetarian.
I'm sure somebody was. I think Emily at one point in her life was a vegetarian for a minute. So, like, maybe there should be a spot for them too.
Maybe some grass was driven upon in the blueberry field.
They fucking murdered that grass. It's true. Yeah, it's true. I agree. And what about like the LGBT, LMNOP, and double-spirited fucking community? There had to be somebody in there who wasn't sure of their own gender. So Why don't we get those guys in there too?
I don't know. It has nothing to do with feminism or anything else. It has nothing to do with gun rights. Even though I'm a gun advocate, I don't, and I'm sure you are too. A lot of people are. It has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Just like my politics don't necessarily belong in this conversation.
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with politics or anything. This covers every fucking buddy in our whole country is being screwed over by the organization we pay to take care of us. And that's our big problem is we fucking give our freedom away to somebody who doesn't deserve it. Grab your own fucking guns, grow your own fucking food, and take care of your own shit.
Got the nursing union in there?
Oh, good stuff. Excellent. I wonder why.
Nova Scotia government and general employees states that one of its members, Kristen Beaton, was killed on a mass casualty, well as a home care worker. It further states that other members of Nova Scotia GEU who work and live in the same geographical area were exposed to the event and deeply traumatized. I don't even know how to address that. That would have to be left with the Beatons. I don't know how they feel about that. I'm not going to weigh in on it. Sorry?
See, that would give it another aspect too. Like, I mean, obviously Kristen was working when this happened to her, but wouldn't that just tell the home care workers that they're being targeted? Like, there's got to be a group for everybody. Shouldn't there be an incel group? I'm sure the incels, because Gabriel Wortman had problems with women, right? So shouldn't their incels be there too?
Oh, no, I'm incel.
Oh, remember? You are incel, I forgot. Well, I feel like you must feel bad about not being represented in this inquiry. So if we could get a hold of the incels, maybe they could do that for you.
What is that? What is incel? Is incel by Intel. I always like that. It's invented by Intel. But anyway,
is it
incel? Doesn't that mean that you don't have a girlfriend or something?
Well, that means that you're involuntarily celibate. Not getting any, but not by your choice.
Not by your choice.
Nobody wants to fuck you. Yeah, nobody wants to take you to bed.
I don't know. Have you ever known me to be single, Tara?
No.
It's not a struggle.
No. It's not an issue for you. No.
Not that I'm any great shakes, but it's not as though I'm fighting terribly hard on that one. Fiasco Shenanigans. Oh, I like the name. Who's that? What's that? Okay, we got Along the Shore Health Board. Volunteer community health board that serves the area of Onslow and Firehall. The health board supports geographical areas, applied for participation, has learned at the events. It would have deeply impacted them. And in fact, I actually do think that the firemen obviously have a place.
They really do.
The paramedics have a place. And it should be specifically the paramedics that took place, or the people down at Onslow or Sharon or those kinds of people.
Yeah, that's right.
That witnessed it, that had this deep affecting trauma. Not some group based out of somewhere else that has nothing to do with nothing.
No, exactly.
So they're going to be well positioned to assist the commission with its mandate. What does that mean? I don't know.
What does that mean?
They can contribute significantly. You better be able to contribute significantly, all 23. As participants, they may engage in the commission in a variety of ways, including preparing expert reports, attending community sessions, roundtable discussions. It's just so much bureaucracy. Just get lost. I mean, how long are we going to be at this one for? Firearm organizations.
Why are we worried about gun control when those guns were illegal? The only people affected by gun control are people who get guns legally, who are already not criminals.
Well, they're concerned because, and I do understand their because as a result of this, you know, of course, the other garbage went along with it. You know, rather than 23 getting affected, we got a political movement that came forward and brought forward other issues. Frankly, I think the gun control one is not a major one in comparison to the observation powers that the RCMP obtained. Sure, Bo will be there with her spirit. She's gone absent since hot tubs. She's gone absent. She's got a lot of ties.
But she shouldn't worry. I was going to say, she shouldn't worry because we know all of her little group and her little friends and everybody she hangs out with. So she really shouldn't be worried about us forgetting about her and her little clique.
I'm sure those will surface with time.
I'm sure they will. They would have already if you hadn't told me to shut my mouth so much.
Strategy, Terry.
I know I'm a big mouth. I'd love to just write down a big list of all the fucking people whose house I'd like to be a fly on the wall at when they get my message about, I know where you were that night. You don't think I know? Oh, how do I know this?
How are you attached to that person? That seems awfully strange relationship.
It does seem like a really weird one. Yeah. No, I love that. Oh, look, you don't have any friends, but you're connected to this one and that one and only these ones. Okay, good enough.
The firearms organizations can contribute in an informative and balanced way. I love the languaging. It's vile. Makes my stomach turn. I'm sick.
It means nothing.
Reading this for
comprehensive. Yeah. I hear those words and it just grates on my teeth.
Kendall has a list on you.
I know. She sure does. She and I might be investing in a farm at some point.
Oh, they know everything, Binks. Everything.
Oh, they know everything.
What are they going to do? Do something. Justice organizations, you've got BC Civil Liberties. It's West Coast, East Coast again. What about the destruction of evidence for the Picton families? I don't know. East Coast Prison Justice Society. They're going to be involved.
What? What does that mean? East Coast Prison Justice?
Helping criminalized and imprisoned individuals.
Oh, fuck.
It does thorough advocacy research and scholarship, legal support, grassroots. So we're going to talk to some people who have been in jail.
Awesome.
Nova Scotia Legal Aid. Have you had any assistance from any lawyers?
I can't get any lawyers to fucking call me back. And when they do call me back, if they call me back, they don't want to touch me with a 10-foot pole.
It's almost like all that money.
I must have the COVID.
Counseling.
I think I got the COVID. Yeah. No, I love so much that Lisa Banfield, who's fucking clearly involved in this, was able to hire a lawyer that's like several $1,000s. I mean, the amount of money she's spending to fight a charge that's not worth it. Clearly, she's hiring. Well, that's it. Who's paying for that? There's a few questions I have for her. Like,
too. He was involved with another case that seems to be floating around in the background. The Glen Nassoon case.
Is that lawyer was involved with the Glen Nassoon case? I didn't know that. Wasn't paying attention, obviously.
Okay. Do you want to read this one, Tara?
Let's see. Gender-based organization. Sorry, are you telling me to move my camera?
Who is?
Cover that window or shift your camera? I don't know. Yes, I do ask too many questions, Caper de Burt. My problem is that I'm 5 foot fuck all and like 4.5 feet of that is mouth.
I think it must be something to do with me in my window.
I think it's maybe the glare from that window. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm very sorry.
Gender-based organization. You what?
Please continue. Please continue.
Gender-based organizations. Avalon Sexual Assault Center. Avalon Sexual Assault Center is a Halifax-based nonprofit that has been engaged in community-based work to eliminate sexualized and gender-based violence since 1983. Well, it seems like the problem's just getting worse, so I'd assume they're doing a pretty fucking shitty job. Its staff includes professional counselors, educators, health practitioners, and activists who provide various frontline services to victims and survivors of gender-based violence. Women's legal education and action. Oh, LEAF, yes. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Like, how can you have gender-based activists when we're not allowed to even say that gender is a thing anymore? You can't have it both ways. You're either fighting for women who are so different from men, or women and men are the exact same thing. I'm so confused. Do they also fight for women with penises? Or what is their definition of woman?
Oh, sorry. Can you read something before you read into LEAF? Do you mind?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Just so that I think it's best coming from you. I've already stated it, but
okay. Oh, Kim Stanton. Goldblatt Partners. Where do you want me to start with that? During 2021 and most of 2022, Kim will be on leave in order to fulfill her role as a commissioner to the Mass Casualty Commission. On leave from where?
Goldblatt.
Oh, a former legal director of the Women's Legal Education and Action Fund. Kim worked with the community-based organizations and built coalitions across the country while leading the National Equality Rights Organization to intervene before multiple appellate courts and the Supreme Court of Canada to advance equality rights in cases spanning topics such as Aboriginal law, criminal law, human rights law, socioeconomic rights, and reproductive justice. During her tenure, Leaf made significant contributions to discourses on judicial accountability, the law of consent, and the treatment of Indigenous women in the criminal justice system.
I used to have the old link. It looks like they've deleted it. What is it called again?
Women's Legal Education and Action Fund, LEAF. Wow. Federal Advisory Council on Gender-Based Violence.
You still talking? You're still doing the live stream? Well, I have good news, Mom.
Hang on a second, Seamus.
Board of Directors, Women's Legal Action Fund, LEAF, would like to extend our congratulations to Dr. Kim Stanton, Legal Director, LEAF. Recent appointment to Federal Advisory Council. The council is tasked with supporting and development of the who? Oh, the Government of Canada federal strategy against gender-based violence. Oh, is that she? Okay, sorry. Anyway, continue. Sorry, Tara. What is this group do?
Oh, good. The 666 group.
No. Number two.
Women's Legal Education and Action Fund.
Yeah. I think, were we reading about that here? Oh, yes. Okay, my apologies.
Love ya.
Love you too, kid. Let's see. It's a national nonprofit organization and registered charity funded in April of 1985 to advance the equality rights of women and girls in Canada as guaranteed by the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. LEAF uses litigation, law reform, and public education as tools to push for substantive gender equality. Is that what you wanted me to read? LEAF has a particular interest in participating in any community, expert, and institutional proceedings and in policy roundtables. LEAF has a long history of working in coalition with other organizations.
Oh, I don't know. Not that that's biased or anything. Not that she worked for this organization. Not that she was their legal counsel. Not that she drafted things for the government of Canada. Federal strategy by Gates Vinyl. Nothing to see here.
No, not at all. Let's scoot right down to the fucking LGBT fucking alphabet community. These people are out of their fucking minds.
Okay. Number 3 or 4, 3, 4, 3. Sorry. Anyways, continue. I don't know which one is which.
I don't know which one is fucking worse. All the bunch of them need to be thrown in the fire.
Well,
feminist fighting femicide.
Are 3 and 4 the same?
They're the same fucking people. They're the same
it's an ad
fucking
hoc.
douchebags.
Do you know ad hoc appears on somebody's card?
I don't know what that means. What does ad hoc mean?
Ad hoc means made up on the spot.
Fuck off. Really?
Yeah. When necessary or needed. Created for a particular purpose or reason.
As necessary. Wow. So I needed a name for my group, so I pulled one out of my ass.
Impromptu. Done without being planned, organized, or rehearsed. Oh, I would disagree with that one, but
yeah, I would disagree with that too.
It's Johnny on the spot. We'll just invent it. Because, it kind of needs to be done the FFF. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt with my...
No.
English.
Like, honestly, my blood is boiling. My blood is boiling. I can't imagine how fucking mentally fucking tarded you would have to be to think these stupid assholes have any business anywhere near this inquiry. And the fact that they're not only in it, but all fucking over it like a fat kid on a cupcake. They just seem to think that they're entitled to it. And I think they need to have my boot in their ass. They need to get the fuck out of here. They don't have any business here.
They want to take their stuff. I'm sure there is a place for wherever their stuff is, but it isn't with the 23.
It isn't here. No. You want to talk about fucking women, feminists against femicide? How about you talk to Catherine Galliford? How about you talk to all the fucking women who are being raped and sexually assaulted by their male counterparts inside the fucking police department?
I can bring
right. How about you talk
files of Susie Boot?
There's a right. Come on. There's a fucking left and right. You hear of these people. Well, I mean, obviously nothing substantial happened to me, but my family was fucking murdered. I made a video about it. That's what pissed the cops off, and they were going to charge me over it. How about you take your thumb out of your ass and do your fucking job? Charge somebody with some real shit, not come after me for a video I posted. These assholes, they don't have the balls to do their job, so they pick on everybody else.
Story. I wish I could remember I'm going to look for it here. Talk about it for a moment. I'm going to see if I can find it. I
don't get it. It's like everybody has an organization, and if you don't fit into that, then you're a bad guy. They're all fucking virtue signals. Like this stupid chick, it's no wonder she can't do anything against the cop if she's married to one, right? That's got the biggest problem. I mean, I know so many people who've been assaulted by police officers in personal relationships where they've been raped, they've been physically assaulted, they have been, well, I mean, I got fucking, I'm lucky that once in a while I'm able to hold my tongue. Because these cops nowadays seem to want to escalate every situation so that they can arrest you or take it to the next level. They don't care who you are. They don't have any empathy. They don't have any common courtesy, any common sense, or any sense that they fucking work for us.
Police face lawsuit over handling of Halifax sexual assault investigation. I don't know if this is the good one. There's a bunch of them around. Carrie Lowe talks to media outside court in Halifax. A Halifax woman launched a lawsuit against our city's police department. City's police department and the RCMP. Alleging officers falsely labeled her a lying alcoholic while mishandling her sexual assault case. In a statement of claim submitted to Nova Scotia Supreme Court, Carrie Lowe repeats an allegation she first made last year. The police failed to visit the scene where her rape is alleged to have taken place. The lawsuit filed by lawyer Michael Dull also alleges police didn't handle Lowe's clothing as evidence and failed to send it for examination in a timely fashion. I wonder if they're going to get really specific because it's pretty interesting. Quote, I am proceeding with this lawsuit and hope other women will go through, not have to endure what I have for the past 20 months. Sounds kind of like families.
Doesn't it?
Don't feel heroic or brave. The legal action contains fresh allegations that officers made false assumptions about her rather than the conduct of meaningful sexual assault. They called her a drunk. Okay. Lawsuit alleges
and a liar.
Police gave her this label. The claim also hasn't been proven in court, but it actually has, because let's see if we can find her. Carrie Lowe. March, April. Where's the decision? This case was horrific, and about the handling of evidence in this woman's case. Unbelievable. They didn't investigate. They didn't bag her evidence. They didn't do a swab, all kinds of stuff. But the funny thing is, do you know what? The officer that was in charge of this stuff was the officer that you dealt with. Remember on the Facebook video?
Was it the asshole guy or the guy that was nice to me?
I don't remember which one.
Because the one guy, like, he wanted to escalate shit. He was a fucking douchebag.
No, actually, I think it was the quote unquote nice officer.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I researched.
See, we should be naming these people. These should people be named right out in public, all over the fucking everywhere. This officer mishandled a woman's rape case.
Yep.
Right? This person.
Here's Lake McDonald waiting
Here?
for the police
You remember
to show
this?
up and remove me for wanting
Yeah.
And then they deleted it. See, I recorded the whole thing though. And they deleted the third part. Or sorry, the second part, the part in between.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
That's him.
He's the guy who mishandled a woman's rape case.
Yes.
Wow. See, that's
named in court.
I love knowing
and he's still working. That's
he's still working.
fucked. That's not right.
I can't remember what his name is.
But now you've got these fucking assholes who are shooting up the fire department and they're still working. They should be in jail and charged. That's not okay. This fucking asshole shouldn't be on the job if he can't even do his job. That's him. Bojan Novakovic.
And he was named.
That's
Constable
good.
Novakovic.
And Constable Gerald Smith. Who's that, I wonder?
Nah, it's not him. But you see, where is it? I think you're outside and you ask him. Is it here? I forget where you ask him.
I don't know. What are you looking for? His name?
No. You can't, because you would be breaking social distancing rules.
No, I absolutely wouldn't be.
No.
Where is it? Where did you ask him?
I was inside, I think, when I asked him. He told me he'd give me his card outside.
We're in the middle of a pandemic.
We're not. We're in the middle of a bullshit story.
So that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
You have the right to have your...
I do, and I have the right to eat and to feed my kid. And I have the right to not be discriminated against. If I was a big tranny, they would have to...
But you see, the like, what's the probability? I don't know. You know how I am with coincidences, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was the officer.
Yeah.
How convenient. Constable Novakovic.
Yeah. See, that guy should be plastered all over the fucking place. He should be named on the Nova Scotia RCMP website. His name should be everywhere, known as somebody who was charged for mishandling a rape case. Everybody in this province should know his name and should be protesting his employment.
Where is it here? I mean, these are horrific cases if anybody ever wants to look at what this is all about. Where
Is this the same one?
Just trying to find here Novakovic. Boran Novakovic. Yeah. Okay.
That's the wrong spelling. It's B-O-J, I think.
Not to dox, just telling the truth.
Fuck that. You know what? Ever since that stupid reporter, Greg, what's his fucking no dick, doxed me, I don't fucking care. I'll dox any of these people. You want to put me in danger? You have a family too.
Where is he? Maybe his thing isn't up anymore. I remember looking at it though, and I was like, "Oh my God, seriously? What's the chances?" Or was it? What did you say it was?
B-O-J. Yeah, B-O-J-A-N.
B-O-J.
Yeah.
People. Maybe he's delisted his profile.
Maybe.
He may have, but he was definitely on here, and it was one of the officers who you dealt with, and I was like, what the fuck, man, seriously? Anyways, I kind of get off topic, but it's interesting.
But it's all connected. They're all fucking, you know what? The thing about that is that I hate to say this because I do say they're all fucking criminals, but they're not all criminals. But the fact that so many of them makes life so much more dangerous for all the good cops out there who wouldn't dream of being a fucking criminal inside the force. But what happens is that because there are so many obvious people who have no respect for the law or for other people at all, I got no respect for cops. I see a cop right now and I want nothing to do with him. He better not touch me and he better stay off my fucking property. I have zero respect for cops at all. And I am afraid of them all because it's not worth it for me to risk finding out that I'm dealing with a good one or not. What Frank article? The Frank magazine article yesterday. Was it to me? I don't know. I didn't see it.
Maybe he got fired.
Good.
I don't.
Or maybe now he works for the RCMP. He got promoted.
I'm not finding his profile on LinkedIn. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my apologies for taking off topic.
Not at all. I'm curious about this Frank article.
Which one?
I don't know. Wheelie Gobshite. The Frank magazine article yesterday. Was that to me? I don't know. Did you see an article yesterday?
There was an article from Paul.
Oh.
It was a letter or something.
Oh, was it? Okay.
2 days ago, yeah. I don't know. By somebody named with the name Smear. Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah. Bolstering.
Ivana Smear. That's funny.
Yeah. Not gonna go there. Very interesting how this is all going down. Okay. So you got the ad hoc committee, women formed in response to mass casualty. They work to support male violence, persons against non-state torture, which is one and the same because these people invented this group, which of course then uses, the advocacy paper, which is basically their platform, describes itself as supporting women who disclose and survive acts of torture, trafficking perpetrated within family relationships. You can't have any mention of the RCMP or anything like that because it's a non-state torture. And of course, that's Linda and Jean Sarson, Jerry Sarson, RCMP.
Yeah, Jerry Sarson.
And they got the book. They got the book. Handy the book deal. I like people who get book deals.
Well, I wonder what their book is about.
What is their book about? Where were we on the book?
Like, hopefully it's not on this murder. They should be giving the proceeds to the family members.
What was it called? I don't know. Women Unsilenced.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They had a YouTube video where they actually talked about when that was released. Here we go. Upcoming book. Oh, posted when? Oh,
look at that.
Handy the dates, eh? That's all the dates. Timing.
My
everything.
God, that woman looks like a fucking ugly Shar-Pei.
Okay, I'm not into
ad hominem.
Ad hominem.
I don't care. You know what? If you're ugly out in the inside, you're ugly on the outside.
Then they did the YouTube video on that. And was that posted? Oh, July 22nd, 2020. Somewhat after
Welcome to the last
the-
webinar of the
events.
God.
How coincidental. You get a book deal after you come out and weigh in about things that help the RCMP. How funny. No, nothing going on there.
No.
So also, the money that they were getting for the UN Council and stuff like that. What was it, the UN meeting? Got women's shelters. Described as pan-Canadian organization with a mission, ending violence against women. How about Bootland? I don't know. Transitional housing of Nova Scotia. Does that, I'm not sure how that has a role for the 23. Is anybody in transitional housing at that point? Be the Peace Institute, nonprofit to address roots and consequences of gender-based violence. Advanced systemic
I'd like to see their books. I'd like to see their fucking books. I'd like to see how non-profit they really are.
Oh, I'm not going to give them a dime. I wouldn't give them.
Well, fuck that shit. I wouldn't give them. I wouldn't give them anything. Nope.
No. They already got a lot of taxpayer dollars. Don't need any more.
I don't get it.
You got any money for counseling, Tara?
Counseling? No, I'm doing fine, they said.
Sorry?
I said they told me I was doing fine. I don't need any counseling. I'm good.
Oh. We got the, but don't worry about it. If you play that, if you toe the line, you get paid. People get paid. But you got to
Elizabeth Fry Society. Another non-profit charitable organization. How many fucking if these things were all fucking working, why would we need so fucking many of them?
You're a woman.
Don't
You
tell
experience
anybody.
violence. You experience violence. Are they coming out for you? Are they helping?
They're not helping me. Not only violence, but
Violence
threats, and I
directly
can't get
touched
over.
your life,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah.
You only lost half your family.
Yeah, no, I don't care, or I don't count. It doesn't matter. I've been kicked out of all of their groups because I don't espouse the same shit that they do.
Oh, oops. Wellness within. Reproductive justice.
Oh, yeah. These people
Prison
should be supporting
abolition.
the 23, wouldn't you think? Reproductive justice?
Prison abolition. That actually, doesn't that go against? I thought Wortman, if this is what we're supposed to go on, should have been in jail. Why are you calling for the removal of prisons?
Because jail is offensive to prisoners, and people who commit murder and other crimes are just othered by people like us who are racist, prejudiced, xenophobic. I don't fucking know.
Oh,
Everybody deserves a chance to fuck everybody else over again.
What's this? Wellness Within identifies it shares common interests with Women's Legal Education Action Fund and Avalon. I think there's
Maybe I should call them.
here. I think Linda does some stuff with Avalon. Funny how they're all coming out and they're all friends and they're all getting deals. Avalon and Leaf, Stanton. Commissioner Stanton. Leaf and Avalon and Wellness are all working together. And then we've got feminists, the ad hoc invented by Linda McDonald and Jerry Sarson, RCMP, is working together with themselves. Persons Against Non-State Torture, who never spoke up on Bootland. Ding, ding, ding. Who drafted the initial letter? I forget. Oh, that was Avalon and Linda. Right. Elizabeth Fry, blah, blah, blah. Oh, then we go into the police stuff. The defensive organizations. Not that, I don't know. Chief Fitch not have any kind of conflict there either. Huh?
We need to be like screenshotting, going through all their fucking Facebook pages and all their open shit and showing all these connections.
Nova Scotia Chiefs of Police Association. National Police Federation. Oh, that's RCMP. Became the RCMP sole certified bargaining agent. That's their union. They were getting money out of the... what was that? Let's see if I can find a certain video. Where's that? Brian Sauvé.
The RCMP Foundation stood stunned, along with the rest of the world, following the tragic events that happened in Nova Scotia on April 19th.
Look at his tie.
We lost one of our own.
Anybody remember where this appeared first?
She loves.
No.
Heidi Stevenson, a 23-year veteran, was
Hiding behind
greatly
skirts.
loved and will be incredibly missed. The RCMP Foundation, its directors, and its employees are deeply saddened by this event. We are encouraging anyone who would like to contribute a donation to the family to visit our website at www.rcmp-f.ca. We stand with all Canadians through this tragic time and encourage all of us to be there for each other. Together, we are Canada strong.
Yeah, it appeared on what day? The 24th. Whose broadcast? The one that appeared on that was already organized on the 20th. The 20th, the day after. By who? Nova Scotia Legacy. How strange.
It is strange since they all just happened to come together accidentally after this happened.
It's almost like this one. Yes. Oh, yes. Where is it? Ah.
But I am with you in spirit.
Nova Scotia remembers.
To everybody who has suffered
When?
this immense loss,
It's all timing, everybody. April 24th, the same day as the first press conference. Who's there? Let's
you
continue.
in my heart. I suffer with you, and
you do not.
Who's this?
Because we love, we cry. Sometimes there is no sense to think.
Who's that?
Right? Not connected at all to that fucking woman with the Adam's apple.
Is that Commissioner Fitch's sister?
Imagine.
How strange.
No conflict there, though.
None at all. No. The one organization that says, don't ask any questions. I don't know. Strange. RCMP Veterans Association. Truro Police Services, which counts on the RCMP for all of their stuff. Oh, yes. And wouldn't you know, what else book has she written? Sri Fitch. Biography. Where her father was a serving member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. That would be, and her sister. Moving along. Oh, yes. Her husband who works for CBC. Strange. River John. Where is her adult books? She has written, where is it? Writing for Adults. 1993. She went away from her stuff. Oh, the title refers to sequence of poems for women escaping domestic violence. Is there a pattern?
Didn't that fucking Candy chick work for CBC as well?
Candy works for CBC.
I wonder if they know each other.
Formerly worked at Patterson Law.
Right? Tell me that's not a... Don't even get me started on the fucking conflict of interest over at Patterson Law.
COVID-19 cases spiked twice in Nova Scotia. Did they ever return your call, by the way?
No.
Oh.
Patterson Law?
What?
No. No, they don't return my phone call or my email.
We have struggles, making it particularly difficult to move forward with the next steps with certainty because of the 2 spikes in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is going to become really bad for the families. We have coordinated our work with Chief Medical Officer Dr. Robert Strang and his office. We will continue to do so. Fully comply with acceptable protocols.
Yeah. All the word salad, right? Acceptable protocol.
I don't think you guys are going to be able to participate like you should be able to participate.
No, I agree with that.
Maybe written submissions or something.
Yeah, no, I agree. We're not going to get anywhere with this. We're going to have to, we should not be looking at this as our place to get answers. We should be petitioning and writing letters and causing shit all the way up through this. And we should be petitioning to get all these fucking feminists away from our inquiry. They should have nowhere. They should not be acknowledged anywhere.
The whole thing is a fraud. And I mean, I don't know if people will get that, but they will with time. I know that people are beginning to see it. It's a difficult process because seeing that everything, the fix is in.
Yeah.
And everything that you trust.
Yep.
Everything.
That's the thing. This was a situation where we really had one man who went around and murdered a bunch of people, and people were trying to find out what happened. That would be a different situation. But when you find out that your family was murdered and only a fucking mental retard could see that it's not planned, and there's more than 2 people involved, and there's just no way this didn't happen without a fuckload of cooperation by all kinds of people. And then you get past that and you realize the cops are working harder to cover it up than to help you find answers. It throws your entire belief system off the fucking rails. You remember when I first met you and I started realizing all this shit and waking up about the world and the things like that, everything we've ever been told is a fucking lie. And the only way I could get to fucking sleep or not go nuts was to learn about chickens. You remember me watching chicken videos just to clear my fucking head so I could think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it fucks with your everything you've ever been told is a fucking lie. Everything.
I often, I feel badly because I know, I remember you in Halifax, and I don't know, you burst people's bubbles, right? I feel bad. I don't like going around and saying, listen, shit is really dirty and nasty, because it's nice to live in the bubble that is not real, but it's a lie.
But it's a lie. And as soon as you realize it's a lie and you start understanding the breadth of it, then you can decide to not play their fucking game anymore. Right? That's all you can do. Even the times when I go out in public with a dildo on my face because they make me for going into the store, it's not really a mask. It's a fucking hairband. I think it's funny. Right? Like you can avoid their fucking games just by using your goddamn brain. But if we can't get people to stand up and fight against this problem, we're only going to have to live with it. And our problem is we're going to be dead and our kids are going to have to live with it.
Yes.
I'd rather I have to fight this and my kid has a better life than I just put my head between my fucking butt cheeks and let my kid deal with this shit 20 years from now. That's not right. What kind of parent am I?
That's how we got here.
Or the parents who say, this is my favorite, the parents who say they leave their kids in school with masks on their face and shit, even though they don't work. The parents don't work because it just gets their kids out of their hair. That's how much you care about your children. You're willing to ruin their fucking health just because they're driving you nuts. Maybe you shouldn't have had them. If that's how much you care about them, that you rather risk their health than fucking take care of them.
I can't, Tara. I can't weigh in on this.
Yeah,
stuff.
I know.
You know.
Well, I sacrificed, right? I took my kid out of school because I'm not going to put a dildo on her face. I'm not going to ruin her fucking health and her brain, lack of energy or oxygen to her brain, and give her fucking bacteria in her mouth and what do you call that? The staph infections and all kinds of other shit. I'm not going to do that to my kid. Yes, she drives me nuts home all day, but I'd rather go nuts than subject my kid to what's going to kill her in the future.
But equally, to bring it back, because you can't get me going on this stuff, Tara. You can't.
I know. I'm sorry.
I have to stay as impartial as possible.
So you know me. I'm so fucking wound tight. I'm so wound tight between the COVID and the cop shit and the fucking bullshit of dealing. Like, I can't even tell you how many of my relatives I can't even speak to anymore because I lose brain cells from their stupidity spewing off the CBC. Oh, so many cases, so many. Fuck off. You're stupid and I can't talk to you.
Ouch. Truth and all had a person they know go blind in one eye after taking a shot.
Right? And that sucks.
To bring it back to exactly what you're saying, right? To bring it back to what you're saying about the fact that people have sat by and watched this one happen. And that's why the events in Nova Scotia transpired in a lot of ways, because people just trust, they have faith. All these people are going to protect us. They have no interest at the top level of protecting you. They have interest in destroying the people within them that actually have, courage and balls and morality. They build
people with morality and balls don't follow instructions very well.
No, they don't. And that's oath number 2. You have to follow orders.
You have to follow orders, and if you don't, you're going to be shut down like one of those whack-a-moles, at the fair.
Yep. Like a Dave Moore, like Catherine Galliford.
Yeah, Mr. Assoon, Catherine Galliford. Yep.
Yeah. There's so many good RCMP members that have come out and done things and said things, and what happens to them? What happens to
They
them?
get discredited, they get slandered, they get fired, they commit suicide. You want to talk about the fucking RCMP culture of torment and torture and abuse? How many of these people have committed fucking suicide? Like, it's one thing for me as a person to look into this murder of my family and realize that the police institution itself is a fucking shit show. Can you imagine your whole life with this idea in your head of being a cop in order to help people? And then you get in there and realize that not only are you not helping people, but you're not allowed to help people. It's not your job to help people. Your job is to enforce the law and to cover your own ass.
Police psychologists say RCMP, quote, lost top secret files about undercover cops.
They lost them.
Mike Webster.
Yikes.
They came and broke into his... this is crazy, this shit. Mike Webster. The RCMP lost top secret files about undercover cops, according to police psychology. According to Mike Webster, he was in possession 400 to 500 of these files through his contact to evaluate. In a phone interview February 1st, Webster claimed that the force had not retrieved these documents. Webster's spoken out a bunch. Webster and the RCMP had a bitter falling out after the psychologist criticized publicly at a public inquiry the conduct of four Mounties who repeatedly zapped Robert Zielinski. And I know that's going to rub a couple of people I know the wrong way, but they also agree on the stuff about Webster. Because he had files that they were supposed to take back, but then, I remember there was a global thing where he was talking about RCMP members and what happens to them and their PTSD, and they were literally getting pulled over in front of the front of Global. The RCMP were harassing the members that had PTSD. It's just tragic. This is what happens. Harass family members to 23, same thing.
Yep.
Go through
That's
and
right.
delete all of our garbage, who are people investigating, listen to all of our phone calls and record them. Who cares? Screw off, man.
Yeah.
Just because what? We uncover your dirty laundry? Too bad for you.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have it to begin with. Not in my dime. Not on
We
your
should
dime.
be allowed to charge and sue these people. We should be able to.
It will change. Mike Webster committed suicide. I didn't know about Mike Webster committing suicide.
No, he said next week. Too bad about it next week. Like,
is that what he's saying?
Yeah, I think he's just making a joke about that. Like, as in he's going to be suicided next week.
He lives on an island that I know very well.
Oh, what island?
Denman.
Oh, I know Denman Island.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
BC.
When I sorry.
When I lived on Vancouver Island, I worked as a flag person, and so we were all over those different small islands doing road work.
Oh yeah. I know Qualicum too. All the communities, Comahawks, yeah.
Yep. I used to live in Campbell River. That was my favorite place on the island.
Campbell River?
Yeah. So gorgeous up there. So beautiful.
Yeah.
But you
Anyway.
can't, I wouldn't want to move there now. Holy shit. The prices of houses, crazy. Yeah, I'm with you, Binks. But I think that if we have a big enough group here, that if we can all connect with all these people who've been screwed over, if we can reach out to these people and get them to tell their stories and to come together as a group, it has to do something. I mean, this is a shitty explanation, but everything happens for, Coombs. I love Coombs. It's beautiful. Oh, yeah. The goats on the roof. They have goats on the roof up there.
Yep.
Have you been up there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
We can really, this is the one time, this is an opportunity that all these other people who've dealt with all this shit haven't had. Nobody else has a channel where they can all come together and all group like we are here. And this is our chance. If we don't deal with this shit now, there may not be another chance for other people to do this. That's what I think.
I think you're right. And it's like Tammy says, families will have to endure this one forever, right? Yeah. Their loss of their loved ones, but we can prevent other ones from happening again. And kids, your daughter and such, we can hopefully bring them to a world that's better than what we left behind. And isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Right? That's the whole idea, is to leave our world better for our kids.
So many good people working so hard to try and get the truth. And, I just can't, it's really amazing what this tragedy has brought together.
It is. And if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind saying this. Since the March, I feel a bit, tired or deflated or unmotivated or exhausted. I don't know. But I've talked to a few other family members, and it seems like they feel the same way. Like the momentum is kind of going down. Like we worked really hard for this past year, and it's like there's a little bit of exhaustion setting in. But I think it's so important that we keep the momentum and we keep digging and we don't lose people along the way. Because this is our chance. There's not too many opportunities for this many people to come together to reorganize our system. This is our fucking police system. This is our RCMP, our police force, and they have to remember that they do work for us. And I'm not so much about the defund the RCMP in the sense that they should be gone, but we need to start from the bottom up and replace all these fucking top asshats who make way too much money to do nothing and to cover up shit. We need to expose all of them, and these people need to be thrown in jail. We can't have chief of police getting 5 months in jail for sexually exploiting minors. That guy should have spent 20 years in general population until somebody killed him. Like, you're a criminal, you take your chances. Don't be a cop and a criminal. And if you do, then I don't really care what happens to you, but you shouldn't be getting my money.
No, you're supposed to be upholding the law.
That's right. And if you're not doing if you're not upholding the law, you should be charged and punished way more harshly than the people who are just breaking it.
But the problem is larger. This is not just the RCMP. This is the media.
No, it's the lawyers. Look at the lawyers. The lawyers. Yeah. I mean, what kind of a person can defend an RCMP officers who mishandle rape cases? Or like, I mean, look at how many lawyers you and I contacted and none of them will help me. What the fuck did I do? I had my family murdered and I can't get a lawyer to be on my side? How does that happen? Lisa, who is very clearly involved way more heavily than she's willing to admit, got a lawyer. No worries. But I can't get one? How does that happen?
We're still in the process, so hopefully a good lawyer is going to come out.
I shouldn't say I can't get one. I haven't gotten one yet, but I assume that's because we looked at lawyers in Nova Scotia, and from what I can tell, they all either are corrupt or they have no fucking balls.
It's scary taking on the RCMP.
It is scary to take on the RCMP, but what the fuck? Grow a fucking pair.
True. Yep. Officer of the court swears to do the right thing.
That's right. They're supposed to do the right thing. And, you know, don't you people have children? Don't you feel guilty about the way that you're behaving? How do you live with yourself or look at your kids and tell them to be honest and not lie to you when you're lying to everybody else?
I think I have a bigger problem almost with the media, though, than the lawyers.
The media. I can't even believe that people can see. That's one thing that gets me, is that we know the media lies. We've seen it with our own eyes, and that when they tell us other things, we believe it. Right? Look at this particular case of what we're dealing with these murders. It's all fucking lies. But then you take the same people who look at these lies, know that they're lies, and they look over here at the same media telling you about the COVID, and they believe it. What makes you think they're telling you the truth over here when you already know they fucking lie over here? Come on, you guys, be smarter. Be smarter.
Critical thinking always is important to be able to question things.
Right? If I'm lying to you about the color of my car, then why am I not lying to you about something else?
True.
It doesn't make any sense for me to tell you the truth on one day and lie about something else. You're a liar or you're not.
Who pays their bill?
Right? We do with our money, but we don't get to allocate the money where it goes.
To our money.
We need to go way back to the fucking taxes. Albert Mercer's lawyer. Oh, don't get me started on the fucking rebel, because that guy won't touch. For a few times after this happened, I went on their live stream on a regular daily basis and plugged in something about this case. Nothing. They won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. They won't. They won't acknowledge the comments unless you send them a super chat. If you want them to talk to you, you have to send them money. So think about that. But you put something in there about the 23 murdered Nova Scotians without a super chat attached to it, and they won't touch it. Right? They didn't send any reporters. This is the biggest murder in Canadian history, but Rebel didn't send any reporters to talk to anybody.
Nope. It was kind of almost like the Quebec mosque one, just there for a little bit and just disappear.
Gone, yeah, exactly. I don't even think that Rebel mentioned this even once. I don't think they mentioned it at all.
No, they haven't. They haven't. What was that? Somebody said something here. I missed something here. Oh yeah, about Mercer's lawyer.
What was that?
5 dancing bagels. Oh yes, poor old. Yeah, I can't go there. I can't. I probably better get off before I get going. I'm sorry that it's this way for the families, but
well, the shitty thing about it is that we're not allowed to get mad, right? We're not allowed to get mad. I put that video out about how fucked everything was, and I got a call from the cops about how they could charge me. So you guys are allowed to cover up the murder of 23 Nova Scotians, but I'm not allowed to be mad about it? Go fuck yourself. I'm mad, and if you have a problem with it, fuck off. Yep. And if you don't think it's okay for me to say that the cops need to be put in jail until they're taken care of by the general population, I don't care. I don't care. My family is murdered. I will say what the fuck I want, and if my words are too violent for you, fuck off, because the actions or inactions of these people caused violence. My words don't cause violence. Their actions or inactions is what causes violence. So I can say what the fuck I want. If I want to say I want to take their heads and smash them together, that doesn't mean I'm going to do it. But these people who are doing it are getting away with it, and I'm in trouble for talking about it. How fucked is that?
It's the way the world works, Tara.
Right?
But it's not. You know, there is a growing movement of people who, and that's what they're afraid of. That's what they're afraid of, is the people who are speaking up and just simply saying, no more. You know, we trusted you, and you had the opportunity to do the right thing. And instead of doing the right thing, you chose to fuck it up. And now, you know, you got to do the right thing and step out. Move along.
And if you're not going to do the right thing, we're going to call you out by name, and we're going to let everybody know what you're doing or not doing. Yeah. And like ever since that Greg Mercer doxed me, I don't care if everybody knows where he lives, where his family lives, where they work. I don't care. If you don't care about my safety, I don't care about yours. If you're willing to put my family in jeopardy, then how do you like it? The people know that you have kids and a wife and you're not always home. How do you like that? I didn't like it. Right? You want to dox me? Like, I'm a tit for tat. I'm not a turn the other cheek. I'm the one. You want to fucking punch me? I'm going to punch you back. I am not a turn the other cheek kind of girl. Not even close.
Yes.
No, I believe in
and
you
RCMP
get what
should have had that removed, and maybe certain individuals that know Mr. Mercer in the media should have spoken
and
up.
I called our supposed family liaison officer who said they would try to get it removed. Fuck that shit. This fucking asshat told people where I live and made me out to be a fucking lunatic.
And jeopardized you.
Jeopardized my fucking safety. Like, I'm already not worried about the cops pulling up to my yard. Now you've got fucking, and you know, it's funny too, because after that article came out, I found a message from him saying that he wanted to send a photographer to my house to take pictures of me. You can fuck right off. That would have been good. He would have listed my goddamn address, I'm sure.
You'll have to contact me, Weed, about the picture. It's not ringing a bell with me right now. But when I logged here on Twitter, they did have a message about, about the, I suppose maybe we can close with that and your comments, obviously. Where is that? Oh. Do we have anything else? Better be, I want to make sure everything's factual. Students to be bused to alternative location to be picked up as RCMP investigate shots fired. So this is 1 hour ago. Updated. Students at Moncton High School under lockdown are set to be bused to another location after RCMP heard a credible complaint. Oh. Uh-oh. Credible. In quotations. Uh-oh. Complaint of shots fired in Centennial Park earlier that in the day. Students from McNaught High School will be escorted by the RCMP to buses outside the school, transported to Bessborough School, where they can be picked up by their families, says Martin DeAngle, principal of Bernice McNaughton, in an email to parents. The students, including those who were normally walk to and from school, those to be picked up by parents, will be put on a bus 340. Students normally drive their own cars, will need parents' permission to leave the school in their vehicles. Otherwise, they will be bused to Bessborough for pickup. RCMP is not allowing parents to pick up their school at Bernice McNaughton, Diagle says. The email came after the RCMP tweeted. Just tweeted, eh? Just before noon, that it was responding to a report of shots fired at about 8:30 a.m. Asked the public to stay away from Centennial Park while they investigated. Quote, if you're in Centennial area park area, please lock your doors and stay away from windows, said Corporal Hans Ouellette of the New Brunswick RCMP. Everyone else should avoid the area to allow the police to do their work. Ouellette said this includes people driving near Millennium Boulevard, Killam Drive, and Russ Howard Drive. Quote, we are on scene now and still searching the Centennial Park area. Police provided little other information, including the number of shots fired, where it happened, or if they're still looking for the person who fired them. I do not have any information in front of me at this time, Ouellette asked. RCMP would like to thank everybody for their cooperation while they investigate shots fired. In an alert ready message, of course, because they control, New Brunswick gave them the control of the alert system over there post the shooting in Nova Scotia. At 10:17, police advised residents lock their doors and stay away and take shelter, yet they chose to use the Twitter again. Residents, schools, businesses, and people in the area should lock their doors, shelter in place, stay away from windows. An RCMP helicopter, which happens to be working now, could be seen in the area of Centennial Park. So they did send out an emergency alert.
At 10, after 10 o'clock. The original tweet was at 8:30, and they sent this out at 10:30.
Ooh. Not very good.
Right?
Police ordered, which is closed to traffic, Centennial Park. Police ordered people to avoid calling 911 or police directly to seek additional information. It is important to keep the phone lines available for information. Locate the individual. Police have also asked people to avoid posting information on social media about police locations or operations. Schools still under lockdown, hold and secure. In a Facebook post, the Anglophone East School District at Hillcrest Middle School, Harrison Trimble High School, Bessborough School are under a hold and secure, which means no one can get in or out of these buildings, but students and staff can move around freely inside. Bernice McNaughton High School was put under lockdown. Quote, we continue to follow the direction of the RCMP. We'll soon update as soon as possible. We have more information, said the Anglophone East School District said in a post. 2 for 2. Please avoid the area while police continue to investigate. Information, please contact police immediately. But they said don't contact. Did I read that right?
Right? Yeah, you did.
Please do not call 911 or police seeking additional information. I guess if you... Anyway, in an email to parents, Cole St. Bernadette said students and staff have been asked to remain inside. No one is allowed to inside the school either, according to Radio Canada. Students and staff of École Le Sommet have also been asked to stay inside. Moncton Christian Academy also sent an email to families saying that the school is under lockdown due to police operation. Due to this police operation at Centennial Park, Moncton Horizon has closed its COVID-19 assessment center. Blood collection. Okay, well, moving along. Horizon Health Network. Okay. So I find this interesting. Did you see how they used the word credible? What does that mean?
In quotes.
It makes me think of April, what was that? What day was that? Police, construction, RCMP,
Seamus, I need to jump out of this stream because it's supper time and I need to feed my family.
Sorry.
I'm going to keep you on. No, not at all. I'm going to keep you on live though while I putter around the kitchen. Okay. Thanks so much, you guys, for coming out. I'm sorry I wasn't interactive today. I don't even know how I feel. I'm all fucked up from all this shit. But God bless you all and thank you all so much for coming. Please don't let this die.
We got something else we're going to work on there in the background, so maybe we can get that fired up.
Okay.
All right.
Take care, you guys. God bless you.
You give me a call
You
if you. Okay.
I will.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. So, airsoft gun. Update. RCMP find no evidence of shots fired in enemy plane. HRP arrest 2, find airsoft weapon, which then turned into a big nothing burger. Give all clear. So they scare the piss out of everybody, and then, but again, timing is important. So do we have another one of these going on here? The announcement gets made, and then this happens. Just saying, is it a coincidence? And, just another terrible incident and shots being fired, or is it in fact, because they also used the alert for something else there too. Just saying. Alert around 12. Yeah, I mean, it's totally ridiculous. Totally and utterly ridiculous. Not going anywhere. There you go. Thank you, Ms. Fox. Thank you to all of you who work so hard. Anyway, I guess I don't have anything much more updates to add on any of this stuff. We could check the Twitter timeline and see if they've done something. If I click on the tweet. Oh. Alert ready update will be issued once the search is concluded and is safe to. What do you guys think? Nobody hurt? Hey, Blue, how's it going? Do we have another nothing burger, or is this a distraction technique, or is this a reality? Hate to suggest tinfoily stuff, but sadly, sometimes that's the reality. Anyway, take good care, everybody. God bless you all. God bless the 23. Keep pushing, like Tara said. We're getting somewhere. We're making a lot of assuming shenanigans. You're assuming shenanigans, Binks? Sad. This is what they've built. Do you see? It's not crazy to distrust people who lie to you. That's not tinfoil. Lying results in people not trusting. All right, take good care, everybody. God bless you all. God bless the 23. Thank you very much for joining me and Tara.